Ah, already.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad you're alive, but currently I feel pretty dead.
Oh god, I can hear echo myself. No. Not
Mm,
anymore.
unacceptable.
Shut up.
Conditions.
Alright, here we go.
Okay. So, welcome to session
Hi.
21 in this desolate, quiet little place.
Because we're all doing rolls.
Yeah.
Me just editing text. Let's go.
God damn it.
This is the most exciting opening we've ever had, really.
Yeah. You can hear the excitement just flowing through everywhere. Every single
Which is
orifice.
funny because I am unironically excited for this round of. But,
You can hear in Terry's dead voice how excited he is.
really,
Let's go.
I've been awake for
This is
30
me
minutes.
excited right now.
Oh, yeah.
This is the most you're gonna get out of me in 30 minutes of awakeness.
Shut up.
I just woke up and was told Hong
Lies.
Kong is Hail Hitler, so we're going. It's one of those mornings.
I mean, right now I'm about halfway through a bang, so I'm doing pretty good.
Oh god.
Goal achieved.
Achieve.
Alright, so that's correct. That's correct. You're not correct. I have to fix you. Also, Eric's, your robes annoy me greatly. Not because of anything about the actual robes, but because they're similarly named and it makes organizing them for no legitimate reason whatsoever.
Oh yeah. So yeah, if you got any plans that you want to,
Oh yeah,
because I heard quite a few things you might be like, like I want to do this. So
yeah, I think the first order of things is probably to report back to Ducklico, and then if he doesn't have urgent plan, then we have backup plan. Or at least time for us to do some crap. Let's see here. Okay, we have golden dice, but until then I need to quickly fix one last description here.
Oh yeah.
Ah yeah, indeed.
Oh yeah.
Alright, what's about you?
Anyway, how's everybody been?
Pretty
Alive.
good.
Good. Got my nails done yesterday.
Saw that. They look nice. Yeah.
Going to go to a Dracula ballet today, so that's gonna be fun.
Sounds like goal achieved.
Mm-hmm.
So, has anyone's country been invaded?
That's funny. Not funny, but it's funny.
What else can we do but laugh about it at this point? We can't do anything.
Not yet. I'll notify.
Notify.
We'll keep you updated.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. How does it feel like that you're living in a very historical event?
How does it feel to be part of history?
Yeah, how does it make you feel?
Feels like another Monday.
It's Friday though.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Everyone with the same train of thought immediately.
Oh god. So, since in this fucking quiet, I don't know why it's more quiet than usual. I don't know why, but
Because we're all going through information right now.
We're all, I'm like
Shuffling
wondering
crap.
When are we gonna discuss who gets what?
Yeah. I guess.
You know, maybe we'll just auctioneer this. I'm gonna pull out an item name. You all have the descriptions. Say if you want it or not.
You literally auction it for the gold that you
2 million
acquired.
gold.
Yeah, 2 million gold.
2 million gold. You
But
just see like
it's
tier
pretty
gets,
much-
okay, going once, going twice.
It's like pretty much like who's gonna get the most use out of these things to the benefit the screw type of deal.
Yes, comrade.
But in reality, there's one question that I need to ask that I ask every fucking week. Are you ready? Y'all fucking ready?
Ready
Yeah.
for some drama and shopping? Woo!
Okay, just
Alright.
before I do Gen, max
First item on the list.
Gen, Julie, and Callie, max HP. What is it now?
Oh, whoops.
Oh, you don't. Yeah. Let's hope you don't get yourself killed this session, because those are fun.
Looking at 180.
180?
180.
Nice.
Hold on.
Legal, please.
You
direct yourself.
literally acquired so much HP with this.
Oh man, it doesn't say. Dang it.
You acquired 25 additional hit points. Nice.
I have to do my roll.
Oh no, 35. I'm sorry.
Max.
Constitution
HP.
bump go burr.
So mythic
Do I have
power.
to do it like 3 times because of the mythic levels, or no? That's the question.
What do you mean 3
What's up?
times?
So we leveled up. Does that
Oh,
mean?
No,
And
no.
also we got 2 mythic feats.
Did you
Do I
level
have to
up?
do it 3 times?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we're level
15.
15.
But
You leveled
Oh,
this
also,
up.
Callie, you only get 1 mythic feat. Just clarifying here, you get 1 at second level,
I
not
thought,
1 for
I
each level.
thought they leveled you up last session. I'm getting confused.
Yeah, at the end of the
Actually-
last session, you said we get Mythic 2 and we leveled up.
Like
Yes.
not like 19 after you defeated the guard. I think that's when you got the level.
No, yeah, oh, actually, wait. Yeah, no, but we just defeated. Hold up, I'm going through some math in my head real
Wait.
quick.
Yeah, you leveled us up after the guard, and then you leveled us up again right after we
No.
beat the
Yeah, I think you did.
thing in
You
the
did.
Actually,
I
golden
remember being
dragon horde.
slightly
did.
surprised at how quickly you leveled us up.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did level us up pretty quickly, defeating the
I
first
did.
guard.
You're not level 16 at the moment.
no, we're level
No,
15.
no,
15.
Yeah, that's why I
Oh,
was so
stuff, eh?
that was so confused about it, because you almost make me fucking double guess, because I thought like you got the level up at level 15 when you were Jesus
No,
Christ.
That's
we
what
got,
I'm
no, we got to
saying
level
is-
15.
What I'm
You
saying
just
is
gave
like,
us level
we
15
just leveled
last
up, and I have 2 mythic feats now. Do I have to
What do you mean
do like 3 rolls,
You get
or is it
one
just
feat.
1 roll? 1 roll, okay. That's all
No,
I
you
need
get-
to know.
It's 1 feat, not 2.
1 feat, 2 mythic rolls, nothing else. I mean, of course, besides for other
Okay.
level crap, but at your level, I don't believe you have any stat boosts from your main class and yada, so I think you're
I
pretty
mean,
set.
in HP, that's con.
HP is nice, though.
Alright.
But we don't roll with max, so.
Oh, god damn my fucking head.
Are we at full health, or is it just the max health?
Max health.
That's-
Alright, so.
Alright.
Currently, the copper mask, or Mask of the Dragon Serpent, is claimed by form. Let's go.
For 10 gold.
I would agree for that. To be
I
a little
mean,
more.
yeah, I'm not desperate for that one, but
Okay.
I'll take it for the true sight, if nothing else.
Okay.
If no one else wants it.
So I just have a very simple question. Are you fucking ready? Because I'm getting angry.
We're auctioning
Yeah,
off the
yeah.
stuff real quick. Alright, second item,
Maximum
guys.
He is 117.
So, 107? Jeez.
Second mask. The golden mask is yours. Mask
I
of
like
Dragon's
gold.
117? Damn.
Yeah.
Because I love the fact that you got only a level, like 11 hit points of HP, while Julie got 35.
Yeah.
Look, Julie's built different.
Literally.
Yeah, she's a half elf. I am a tiny fairy.
True.
And I
Well, you
rolled
have to
really
think,
bad
I
when I
just-
was doing HP last time. Like when I made this character, I rolled it really bad.
Julie, I believe you wanted. Did you want this one or what's the other one? Oh, you wanted
yes, the
this
golden
one, right?
mask. If no one else is taking it, I'm interested.
I'm interested in the golden mask.
All right. We'll make this one contested for the moment,
Bid,
and
bid,
we'll
bid.
come back to it.
Please.
Well, actually, let's see. And
So, because I need to notify people, because apparently people don't know what fucking time.
oh yeah, I
Wait.
didn't know what time it was. I was gonna ask you.
Yeah, 26. Wait, 26 hours. I'm sorry. 6 hours.
I believe in you. You got this. All right, and I have one that will be the most contentious for bards.
Yeah, that's between the bards. the
Well,
hardest
you can't have this auction now because Julie's not present.
Are they not?
Yeah,
Well,
Julie.
yeah, Julie.
She's
Julie went
banging
off
her
with
wife.
her wife.
Oh,
She's doing
well,
stuff.
that's their mistake.
Yeah.
So I guess
Congratulations, you got a new heart now.
It goes
Oh.
to count. Julie's not here.
Gold before hose.
Whoa.
Don't tell that to your yonder age.
She ain't here.
Hey,
That's what you think.
That's what you think, but the dungeon master's here.
Good point. Good point. Yeah.
Because we didn't know. It wasn't stated if she was here.
No, she's not there. Don't worry.
I'm just gonna assume we went through this stuff as we were searching through. the
Okay, so last we fucking left off, some explorations were had, necklaces acquired, some interesting message spells by Julie that culminated in her wife showing up. Exploration of the golden dragon sword that went almost swimmingly until the fact that you kind of just decided to grab all the necklaces and put them in one place that were getting pulled in a fucking pile of this very suspicious necromantic evil bone pile, which you all were like, let's do it for fun.
Looks like a fun time.
Yeah.
For
A vision has been had of the past, and before you initiate combat with a shadow giant, the shadow giant was just obliterated by not one but 7 children of Mistra.
Casual obliteration.
And then a conversation has been had about what to do with the horde, and the wizards and sorcerers agreed upon that you get everything that is not hold
knowledge based.
that does not hold any knowledge or information, that they reserve the right for themselves. And then, of course, Julie's father decided, you know what, maybe we should try something, and ask Julie if she wants to get out of here and reminisce about old times.
Oh,
So,
and new times.
so, give me a second. Please tell me that the music bot is gonna work this time. I feel like this is gonna be good. Hell yeah. So, whew. The dragon horde is massive and quite heavy. You expected it's gonna take, less than an hour, but then you realize there were a lot more gold trinkets and baubles in that pile that you first estimated, as 6 bags of holding were not enough, and you mounted up to 17 bags of holding that holds all the riches of the late ancient golden dragon Paranama. You spent 10 hours actually just looting the place.
Heck yeah.
Heck
That
yes.
sounds like a great day.
And
That is wonderful.
besides that, after it, I assume you take all long rest because that or exhaustion is in order.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So
Mm.
in that case, you're gonna be working and you're gonna sleep in late, as you're left alone in this lair alone, as all the children depart. Let's start with Julie.
That's appropriate.
Appropriate. All right.
Yeah. So, Julie De Silver.
Yes, that would be me.
Yeah. So, it's been a long while since you shared a bed with someone, and it's been more than awkward, to say the least.
At least let him
'Cause-
roll performance.
no. Oh my
Sorry,
god,
I had to
no.
say
Yeah, you had a pleasant night and day, and slept in quite late, as you usually did before. But when you wake up at like 2 p.m. in the afternoon, your usual time before everything just feels off. Something that you once, of course, did just by instinct. All that just lost a tiny bit of meaning. As you look around in the bluestone from your mansion, or your very nice decorated house, that the early signs of winter have come to Bluestone, as the streets have few inches of snow everywhere as far as the eye can see. So, for Julie, what would she like to do?
Is Lazarus still here?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. I wake up and she's hasn't abandoned me again. That's great. Thank you.
Yeah. It feels nostalgic almost, if not for the fact it's been like what, 4 months since you met her.
Oh, yes. This definitely brings back memories. If only I wasn't going to die soon. You know, good times. So, Lazra, can I ask you yet another favor? You've done so much for us already, but can I ask more?
She kind of lays in the bed, pretends to be asleep, but just after some grunting, lifts her head, looks at you, and says, "I guess."
Oh, you know better than most the predicament that me and my comrades are currently in. If there's any information that you have on this dragon, anything that you can share with me and them, anything that can help us break this curse, just any aid you can provide, just in knowledge. I don't even need you to be with us to do this. I need more information.
She just kind of gives you this faint smile, and then kind of the smile fades as if she remembers something awful. Says, "Yeah. Well, in that regard, we're on equal footing. You know as much of the dragon as do I. True, I do know about the prison where the it's named after the dragon, but of the golden dragon itself, there's really not much to say except for mythos and legends.
I'll take anything. Even actually, you know me. You can send me a message. Go back, find books, do help. That's all I'm asking.
I am curious about one thing. Golden dragons instinctively are attracted to all things related to art. And you, being yourself a musician, born in a city famed for their bards, maybe you know something more than I do in that regard about.
Oh, we have to talk to 3 ancient dragons hiding under Bluestone.
You're not there.
I suggest we suit up before going to the 3 ancient dragons.
I mean, I'll definitely mention that. Yes, we wasn't it green dragons that we saw under Bluestone?
Perceivably green.
Well, I mean, it was only
I-
Callie who saw.
I didn't personally see them, but deep underground, one of my companions did go down to the bottom of a pit and saw what she believes is 3 ancient green dragons directly below our feet. But as far as gold dragons, no. Would I know anything else?
Roll me a history check.
First roll of the game, let's go.
Let me just double check my history on this.
You need to do a history check to remember your history check.
Ooh, 23. So,
I see.
I mean, about dragons, there are many tales, both tragic, heartfelt, and how to say this, exhilarating, if you will, in all aspects and regards, including every single type of dragon. But how many of those tales are actually, real and not just fiction? Or, a bardic interpretation to make it more, have a better punch? You don't know, but there's plenty of tales of just, well, because let's be honest, bards material, dragons are like one of the top, how to say this, focal points, I guess, about adventures, slaying great foe, and usually the great foe is some sort of massive winged creature of scales, impenetrable by any normal means. As for a specific golden dragon, that might require quite a bit of digging.
All right, well, would you be opposed to me and a few of my allies coming back to the library and looking ourselves if it's too much of a task fast of you?
Well,
Library card, let's go.
I mean, I wouldn't mind, but I guess you also need to wait to see if maybe the horde itself reveals anything of value. It was the Dragon Slayer.
Oh, very true. I'm just. My mind is all over the place right now. You can probably imagine. Yeah, we should go back to the Horde, see what we can find there, and hopefully maybe even some of your siblings can help with this knowledge, if nothing else.
The eldest child said, the oldest sister, Ria, that if she has any information, she will inform you all personally about it. Because this is not just your little problem. This is our problem. And we gotta stop it before it becomes the whole world's problem.
Very, very true. It's just a matter of I'll probably die before you on this one, know what I mean? So let's hurry.
She honestly looks a bit saddened by your gallows humor. As she says, I truly wish that would not come to pass.
You and me both, love. You and me both.
She kinda hugs you. And yeah. You have breakfast. You dress up. Takes a good half an hour or so. And you get teleported back where the dragon lair is and still is present. Nothing bad happened to all of you, I swear.
Side note, I think I would probably like cast like Magnificent Mansion so everybody could like sleep in a safer place than in there.
So well, as for just a quick wind back to a few hours ago. Would anybody would go for, I don't know, be on guard in the Dragon Slayer just to make sure nothing just crawls in and fucks you all up in the or.
I mean, what exactly
Yeah.
happened with how many of them were there? Like 5?
Six children, but once the gold, every single thing of the layer has been taken, they all just kind of left without a word.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, leaving you alone in the thing.
I mean, in that case, I'm happy once I've finished searching around to be on watch, but I don't know how long that will take.
Hey, yeah, random question here. Is this how is this place enclosed again? Is it like
it has these massive granite doors that you saw at the beginning that you can access from the sides. And then it's a very bright pathway that leads into the massive opening, and it's all like it has like this golden I guess inscriptions on the wall, and it's all glowing in this soft golden light.
I was more sorry, I should have clarified. I was more asking the outside area around this place. The strange
Yeah. So
reverse snow globe.
I mean about 20 30 feet tall trees, small insects and birds inhabit the place. You haven't seen anything bigger or different wildlife.
Alright, I think that indirectly answers my question. But with that said, alright, so last call, because this is the last item, I just want to get these out of the way real quick. The golden lace robes, I believe Julie's the only one with claims on them, if no one...
Are those the
no,
ones
these
that
are the
give
other
you
ones.
the AC?
They both give you AC, just different AC.
Okay,
one's
yeah.
24?
I would like it because my current AC is 13, and I want to be less squishable.
All right. It's ironic because this thing is mainly supposed to lower your AC, but you know.
Oh wait,
You're so
it's to
low.
lower AC?
No, it's supposed to set it at 16, which is generally not high, but at the same time, that is higher for you.
It is higher for me.
So, if
Yeah.
let's see, I don't know if anyone has a claim on that one yet. I'll have to double check. I think Julie had
Okay,
a claim
all
on the
your
other
fun.
laced robes.
I wanted
The
the golden,
23 AC
the
one?
24.
The 24 one?
24, got it. 1 second. That's not
What
the
is
one.
your
If no one's gonna
AC,
cast,
Julie?
My AC currently is 22.
See,
Yeah.
okay.
Mine is 20.
I'll give you
So,
credit because I can fly and I could probably dodge it better than an attack, probably better than Julie can. So I'll do the 16 one. It's fine.
yeah, it's not the only trait of it. Just don't forget the other attributes of, robe. Advantage
But
on
no, I
saving
have
throws
to find
in
it. Hold on.
general.
There it is.
Yeah.
I'll take a picture of it.
Yeah.
But all right. So okay, if no one's let's see, if no one's gonna contest the 16 AC robe, I'm gonna hand that over to Callie real quick. I believe you, Callie, Julie, you guys are gonna have to work out that harp.
We already did.
Who's got
It's
it?
gonna be me.
All right then.
Yeah, I said Callie can have it since I have my violin.
Okay.
All right. And that fixes that contestant. Now the last one that we need to go over is well, I believe last two we need to go over is Gen and Julie. You both want the golden mask of concubine.
yeah.
Gen, if you'd like to be a concubine, by all means.
Wonderful wording.
Go ahead, Gen.
Sure.
Be a concubine.
Wow. Wow. Putting some fucking pressure on again there.
Hey, I'll take it.
Alright.
Hey.
Gen, please don't die with this. Thank you.
That's right.
Again, honestly, it's a true sight going to the guy with the best perception isn't the worst idea.
That's what I was thinking. True sight
Yeah,
was
absolutely.
1%.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
let's see. All right. With that said, I believe all the items have been laid claim to. With that
What about
said,
the
we are
rings?
gonna rings. I believe. Did I forget one? I'll look over the ring just to make sure. But we
There's
only
a topaz ring and an opal ring.
okay. One of the rings are the topaz is just a ring, unfortunately.
Just a normal ring.
It's just a ring. But let's see if I'll check out the other one. The golden opal ring. I did put that one down, I believe, but I'll grab a copy of it. See if
Yeah,
I
And
have
then
a
what was the
picture
third
copy
ring
of
again?
It
it.
essentially, as a reaction, you become immune to every single type of
Immune
damage.
to death.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Vorm. I believe Vorm took this one. Yeah, this one was kind of a
Immune
Vorm.
to all damage for 1 round. So
And
whenever,
to clarify, yeah,
yeah, so
all damage, including divine.
Yeah.
Vorm, you lucky. But with that said, though, I want to clarify that while these are the items that we are splitting up right now, we are filthy rich. You can get any item you could possibly conceive
yeah.
of.
Oh yeah, just remember, you have additionally from last time 14 bags of holding filled to the brim with fucking gold and jewels.
Yes.
Okay.
So with that said, I'm going to report our findings to Ducklick while I fill out paperwork. IRL.
Okay. So, what is the message to Ducklick?
Made it through the main. Made it to the main. What's it called? Board.
Layer.
Children of Mistra took a large sum of the actual information. We got the assets. Rendezvous. Next chance.
Mission failed. We'll go next time.
He
It
says,
feels like.
very well. The children of Mistra are fully aware of the situation unfolding. As for you, I got a new lead.
Lovely.
Wonderful.
Alright. Let's hear it.
Oh, you literally like, let's hear it.
So what I
Please,
said.
is he gonna
That's-
drop us and leave us?
That includes your familiar friend by going by the alias Six Souls.
Oh, that's an alias.
Oh god, what do you want now?
I'm in a sending spell conversation right now. Like I have like you know
I
like, I have a
just
finger on my
sneeze
ear.
in the corner. I sense something is wrong.
There's
Also,
a
by the way-
disturbance
by the way,
in my
I-
future.
Disturbance in the force.
I am just curious. This is happening before going to the long rest or after the long rest?
This is happening like while I'm looting, basically.
Ah, gotcha.
So
Yeah.
before the
Okay,
rest.
so
Don't straight up teleport us,
so-
or
so-
so help me.
So this, I'm getting the specific information required about the monastery. As for now, rest.
Alright, then.
For more information needs to be gathered before a plan can
Oh,
be
and-
discussed.
Fair note here. Since it was a golden dragon sword and we managed to keep hold of the material assets here, we can now afford some more established gear. We'll be making our way to purchase some things. Is there anything you need? Materials, spell components. Got a spending limit of about $500,000.
There's a good like 3-minute pause, like to the point of the thing that he just doesn't respond, and I get a message in your head saying, I assume the children gave you permission to take the horde then. In that regard, I would very much would need a handful of sapphires, emeralds, a few dozen diamonds, and maybe 120,000 gold.
Alright, so what, let's see. Looking over, we do have a separate selection of gems. None of us have any use for them. But let's see, we got about 60 pounds of miscellaneous gems I don't care to identify. We got, you hear him like counting random collections of crap as he goes through it. And alright, let's see, we have, where are you?
I did the math. We have 40 diamonds each that are worth 500 gold.
Honestly, we're going to let the gems go to Ducklick here because none of us can use them.
Yeah.
It'll count as his part of his share of the money, but part of his share of the money. I'll clarify there. Still have.
I don't
many
know
things
if
here.
we have rubies and emeralds.
We'll have to
And,
buy
like,
some rubies,
berries.
but we have. It goes. Let's see. We have a good amount, like over 200 diamonds. Wait, no, we have over 300 rubies here, right there. Sorry, I forgot about this bag. we have over 100 emeralds here, and yeah. and you could tell like Terry's just nonchalantly stating this is just the honest truth, but it sounds almost like a joke because.
Very well then. Do tell me when you're ready to go, or I will transport you to the headquarters of the individual by the alias of Six Souls.
Noted. We're going to buy a demiplane. See you in a That part might have been a joke.
So, looting ended, long rest taken. After the long rest, you... where would you set your mansion, Callie? I'm curious.
You know where that giant pile of gold used to be?
I'm sorry, what?
Where would you put your magnificent palace?
Yeah. Are you
Put
putting...
Where would I
door.
put my magnificent mansion? It's just a door that opens,
Yeah,
and then
still-
you
where's the door?
just open it.
I'm asking for Julie's sake.
Where's the door?
Oh, okay. I'll just like put like an X on like the floor or something. Tell her where it is.
Sending
Just
spell.
draw an arrow like this
I know.
way.
Oh, this way.
Oh my... This
Keep the
pristine
door unlocked for
ancient
her.
dragon lair marked with fucking Sharpie.
It's
Look, the
like
dragon's dead
it's,
anyway.
it's like those lights on like the airplane runway. This way.
Yeah.
Just leading to a door.
But where is your door? Just where the horde was?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Julie, you, after having your late breakfast and or lunch, however you used to do that before, you get teleported to the familiar lair, now missing a massive golden horde. But you also see is that there's a bunch of Sharpie all over the walls. Just arrows
I was gonna
pointing.
do it on the floor, but that's
Yeah, on the walls and on the
And I
floor.
think I'd probably like get some gold pieces. Like, this way.
and just pointing at a singular door where the horde was, and you just look at Lystra, and Lystra has a twitch in her eye.
Oh goodness.
Why is she twitchy?
Callie just
Why is she twitchy? I have
Callie-
a door. I have a room. I have an inn, bed and breakfast ready for
couldn't have
everybody.
No.
Why are you twitchy?
The fact
it could
that
not be
the
the
fact,
disrespect to the tomb or anything.
yeah,
Couldn't be that.
the
Honestly, not even
black
possible.
Sharpie that probably can only be removed with the wish spell, because those exist for some reason.
Where would I even find something like that?
That is what I love. Like you wake up, you have drawing on your face.
No, I have to
wish
put
spell
that in my
remove.
inventory. Sharpie that can't come off unless you use a witch.
No.
Supposedly, that's what the advertising said.
Oh god.
I
Oh god, no.
That's some fey magic shit right there.
It is the famous.
Yeah, it is purely fey magic. Fucking. Yeah. Question, Callie, since I guess only Julie, you know Julie, so probably you allow Julie with like your magic parameters. You don't allow anybody else, like besides
Nah,
your part.
I don't
Yeah.
know anybody else.
Yeah, literally.
I like to think, wham!
Yeah, literally. Julie,
Hey,
for you
Aaron's-
the door opens, but if Lester tries to go, it fucking shut. Yes, Terry.
Question: Can I try and attune to that? That shiny armor the Guardian had.
That fucking giant turtle shell of armor.
Yes.
Okay. After an hour of just sitting in it and just attunement,
Hugging it.
you just feel the armor just shrinking, and by the end of the hour, just perfectly fits you.
Ew.
Yeah.
Should have asked for someone to identify this.
Oh yeah, you
I'll
should.
ask Doug look after.
Oh, yeah.
After I identified it last time.
Oh no, she
Oh, wait, yeah.
told what it did. Which, if I remember correctly, you have currently resistance to cold, fire, and lightning damage types.
Yeah.
As for what's your AC at the moment, you don't fucking know.
I'll ask Duck look at my unattuned. It might not like. I thought it looked pretty. Might delete it later.
Yeah, that's pretty mildly.
So
yeah, it's like warm at the beginning. AC is question mark. Let's go.
Wait, does Worm attune to those shoulder pads? Wait, because there
Oh,
was a
those
No,
shoulder
I'm
pad.
literally just carrying them around.
Yeah, shoulder.
You want 'em?
Those shoulder pants don't have anything. They're just ivory pieces as shoulder
Oh,
pads.
so-
They
so
legit-
and I guess since we're tuning to crap, I'll attune to the shinies. What's it called? The lance, yeah.
Oh, the lands. Ooh.
There's the other lance, the giant one.
I'm just glad that we know none of these are cursed, and we can actually take them off if we have to.
Yeah. So, Terry, you have this insatiable sensation once you actually attune to the lands of Sir Andrew. You just have this insatiable feeling to mount something.
Mm.
And Julie just so happens to walk in the door.
Oh God.
Julie slowly walks backwards out.
Noted. I'm going to. I guess I'm in the market for a mount now.
literally just like
All right, noted. Noted. All right, we're going to.
literally Julie steps through the door. That's what you see Julie just fucking tear go like shoot.
Just see the look in
Right,
Terry
so
eyes.
I
Julie
step to
just
the door.
backs up. Like, I know that look.
I
no.
squinting lip bitten. Like the mighty need.
I walk through the door. It closes behind me, and I start laughing my ass off that Lazarus can't get in here. I look over, I see Terry. I turn around, walk back out.
like she's not stuck out there. You're stuck in here. Door doesn't open. Panic.
Oh. Yeah. That's
Alright,
just...
well, you know, urges to do random crap is, you know, the normal for Terry, so he's gonna go to bed with that. And
What do you mean to go to bed? It's no.
wait, I thought we were doing a long rest. I was doing this before we actually.
Oh,
went to
yeah,
bed, you know?
yeah. This was a joke. In reality. Yeah. Julie, you get in. Everybody's fucking asleep. There's not a single sound heard in the giant mansion. What are you gonna do? How are you gonna attract everybody to your attention?
Okay, so I walk in, and obviously I realize that Lazarus can't follow me.
Uh-huh.
So I'll kind of stick my head back out and be like, I'm so sorry, darling, but I guess this is where we part ways, but I will be in contact, you know, for more information, hopefully. Is there anything that you need?
I could have spelled the mansion.
Oh, but you're not that much of a bitch, are you?
What can I say? I do learn from the best.
No comeback.
Oh my god.
All right, for their sake, would you like me to sit out here until they wake up? Jesus.
No, I rather clean this place up. As she looks
With
at
the
the fucking
Sharpie.
markings, yeah. As she casts presentation, it doesn't wipe off. That she casts it again, and you see like intenseness in her hand, like fucking sparks of white just show up, and then it just vanishes. Like, ah.
I love she threatened to
Okay.
spell magic, even though that doesn't work on the spell. She just psyched Julie out with no effort.
Okay, well, I will be right back. I'm just going to go get my companions. You do the things that you need to do here, and I'll be right back, I promise. And I'll step inside and close the door and immediately look for Callie.
She is asleep in her room.
Yeah, you know.
Am I able to tell which room is whose?
Yes, because I think everybody has an
Each
icon.
door has a different color.
Yeah.
And hers is a golden door.
Would the door be locked?
No. No, it wouldn't.
Oh goodness.
Okay, I will very quietly open the door and peek in and see if you're actually asleep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's asleep. Can I ask you to make a perception check for me?
Oh goodness.
Oh no. Ooh.
Oh.
Callie actually not be confirmed.
Let's see. Perception is
What does she say?
Julie, what are
making
you?
sure.
11.
That's
You
11.
don't see shit. You just see like a mess of like her wavy hair and like her underneath a blanket, but you don't see anything else.
What else is there to say?
Ooh,
I have
apparently
a
there's something.
suspicion. I have a suspicion what it is.
There's something to see.
Okay, I will open the door a little bit more and come to the side of the bed and like gently nudge your shoulder and like kneel down.
I feel like now that you're like right next to her, that's when you see that her eyes are puffy.
Oh.
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 That's perfect.
Oh no.
Okay, if that initial nudge doesn't wake you up and I notice your eyes are puffy, I will very quietly leave the room. And I will go to I'll go to Vorum's room.
Uh-oh.
You know, I can tell you're going to say that just from the change of your voice.
Yes.
Went from
Vorm, the real
sentimental
question
to
is, where do I
aha.
lock?
Okay, so Worum, you're still asleep. So Julie, you eventually find Worum's room where he just fucking rests, cozy, asleep. Without
I will say if there is locks, it would have been locked, but okay, yeah, sure.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Vorm's
You,
paranoid
it's the
personality
room where
going
there's a
top on him.
bunch of locks on the door.
You see just a bunch of key just like bolts just like, from the outside.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and knock very loudly on Vorum's door.
There's like one of those security gates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worum, you're waking up by a sudden bang on your door.
You're being
Sit up,
attacked.
rub eyes, stare at door.
The banging continues.
Banging continues. Go to the door. You just hear like click, click, lock,
Slide.
gunk.
Click, 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 click.
And eventually the door opens.
Series of clicks and chain sliding.
Yeah, literally.
It takes a
Yes.
literal minute and a half before the door.
Well, good morning, sunshine. How was your sleep?
It was wonderful. I wish I was still asleep.
Oh, I'm sure you do. It is morning, and I am already bored. So, you want to join me in waking everyone else up?
Oh no.
Just like suspicious look. Just looks up, down, back to your face. Fine.
And if you're hungry, honestly, I'll pull out one of the candies, not a licorice, just a regular candy. If you're hungry, honestly, these are good.
I just take whatever the one you've got. I'm not gonna eat it, but I'm gonna take it.
Alright, I'll hand it to him, and then I'll grab a not licorice and eat it myself for breakfast.
Wait, a black lick? You?
He said,
No, not a licorice.
Okay.
Not anything but.
Anything but. Okay. Noted.
And then, yeah, next
Yeah.
There's
I'll go
servants in
to,
here. You guys could actually ask them for a meal.
They're not used to that. It's-
She has
I guess
maids.
they're not used to talking to a hedgehog with butterfly wings. Hey, can you make me breakfast?
I'm trying to be nice to Vorum, okay?
Wow.
I'm trying.
I mean,
Every
after a
atom
night-
in your body is rejecting it, but okay.
After a
So
night
yeah,
with her
who's the
wife-
nearest room then?
Nearest room, I guess, would be, Gen.
Alright, if he's going to Gen, I'll go over to Terry.
Oh
Okay.
goodness.
Oh no.
I'll knock on Gen's door.
Yeah. Opens the door. Oh, I'm so.
Apparently we're all getting up. By the way, something to do with this mansion. You've got to eat this. And I hand him the candy.
I take it. Oh, Julie gave it to you. Nice. And I'll just eat it.
Okay. You were slightly hungry again. Now you're fully well fed. Let's go. Terry's like.
Okay.
All right, is Terry's door locked?
Terry's door is no, honestly, no. Actually, this door is locked. Not you notice the handle might be a bit out of place, so you could probably nudge the thing open, but it was at one point locked.
All right, yes, I'd like to try and lockpick this one.
You wanna go? Okay, roll me a sleight of hand check.
And the funny thing is, he can keep trying until he eventually gets it. It's not gonna wake up Terry.
Oh no! It takes like less than 10 seconds and just click. Who would have thunk mansion created by a bee has 30 locks?
Just pull a hairpin out of my hair, pop it open, walk in.
Yeah, literally. Like literally put it in, just kind of put it in and out a few times. Click, click, click. Yeah, you see Terry without his signature armor, without his sword, sleeping, all harmless and defenseless.
I like to think that he has a nightcap.
Look, yeah, perfect, Callie. The nightcaps in your drawers, right? I'm guessing.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, perfect. So like you see him with like a nightcap on, like the blanket half off of him, and his like going face down. The pillows on the floor, the armor and stuff is all over the place. It's just a disorganized mess. And you feel like if you took a misstep, you might accidentally fall into like a sword or something.
So I will slowly walk up next to his bed and lean down, put my mouth right next to his ear and gently caress his cheek. You think so-and-so prone to death would be more cautious?
Yeah, Terry, what do you wanna do?
I have a question. Julie, how good are your dex saves?
Pretty good.
Perfect. No, jokes aside, that as soon as you do that, let's see. I'm gonna roll just a dice for me, just to see the odds of what I'm gonna do here and the chances of something. All right. So yeah. So as you do that, and like Eric can decide how easy this is to dodge, since Terry's half asleep. As you do that, he like shifts over and just thrusts his fist in your direction. But the it's not like a conscious thing. Like it looks like he more like a startled wake up instinct than him consciously doing it. But you could tell you freaked him out.
Startled punch.
Eric, so you can determine if that's a roll to hit, a dex save, or whatever.
Dex save, let's go. Yeah, you're like, no, like you literally do that, and you just see Terry just like fucking spaz out from it, like and you just like literally step away, and there's like a fucking fireball like 2 feet away from you, just fucking hits a random wall in the fucking room. It's like
Oh. Good morning. How you been?
He kind of looks around. I'm alive. He wipes kind of sleep from his eyes. So he looks at like one of the bags. So like he looks at one of the series of bags on like the dresser and stuff that are just like filled with gold, quote unquote. His bags of holding. So it wasn't a dream. That's rewarding. But what's up? Someone dying?
No, not yet. It's morning. I'm bored. I feel like bothering everyone. How'd you sleep?
I slept. That's about it. But with that said, I will remember your attitude towards this next time I wake up. All right. I'm hungry though, and
I'll pull out a candy.
what type of
Nope.
candy is it?
Nope. I'm not having any.
You're like,
for the
no,
first time,
I'm
not doing it the
asking the
second.
hedgehogs.
I'll regret it later, but I trust Callie more than you when it comes to food.
Okay, well, here's the deal. Lazara is right outside, so if you could all keep her busy for a little bit, it would be appreciated.
Sure thing. By busy, do you want me to hit her? Do you want me to like would it...
I would appreciate if you didn't assault my girlfriend, but
Oh.
however you see fit to keep her, occupied and,
All right. I have an idea.
keep in mind she is
Sure, to
a
identify
mage of
stuff.
godly power, so that's keep that in mind.
Yeah, honestly though, after staring into the eyes of a god, not much scares me anymore.
I honestly understand that.
Especially the god of death, it tends to bring reality into perspective. He
I
stretches
honestly
as-
can't argue with that logic.
I'll say hi next time I see her.
Next time I see her. Okay. So what is
Hi!
so
I'm going to be
there-
seeing her hopefully in the next 5 minutes. Thank you. Goodbye.
so
He got his shoes. He closes the door and gets himself ready before heading out.
Okay. Okay. So what is everybody else doing? I'm guessing Julie's gonna have a thing with Callie in a second, so
Question, Kelly: would your hedgehogs serve steak?
Absolutely.
Harry has steak.
okay.
Jin is having tea with honey. He is sitting at the table. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, so I'm just sipping tea. I'm full. So I'm just sipping tea.
Okay.
I mean, no. All I know is Worm just said, "Hey, we're getting up now." So I'm just like, "All right, tea time."
Tea time? Delicious. Okay, so you I guess have your breakfast, and who's gonna go outside first? Because I'm guessing.
Yeah, no, I'm taking my breakfast out with me. I'm taking
Okay,
like, 2
okay.
servings.
You literally get like 2 fucking steak burritos, like massive ones. Okay. So yeah, Terry, you walk out. Unless Warham again, what are you gonna do?
All right, wait. Hey, Terry, where are you going with those burritos, man? What's up?
I'm hungry. Thought she might be too.
She who? Wait, what? What do you mean
Okay.
she?
He thinks to
yes,
himself
yes,
real
I'm-
quick.
I'm sorry.
Lazaro.
Lazarus is right outside the door. So if you two could also, keep occupied with Terry, it would be much appreciated. I'll go wake up Callie. It's fine.
Oh, you left her at the door.
I have to say,
Well,
like I may
well,
not fear
she-
death, but you.
Hey,
I'm not
didn't
sure
even
which one of
invite
you
her.
did it, but one of you did deface the ancient dragon's hoard, and she's a little upset by that, so she's cleaning.
Great.
You want us to go?
Something I'm
out
actually
there,
good
like,
at.
She zapped me when she was upset last time. Okay.
Well, that's because you were being insensitive, honestly.
Terry's gonna make his way out the door at this point. Like, no, I've had enough of this.
Okay, so you exit out the door, and you see like good 20 feet away by the edges of the thrones. The entire surrounding area is just clean. Like there's no markings of anything. And she kind of just looks at the throne, like one of the thrones, just kind of overlooks it. Just doesn't interact with it, but just kind of just stares it down.
Yeah, so if Terry looks like just casually walks up just beside her and like holds the other plate like over of just fresh steak.
Such is the interesting things of the mansion, can provide all sorts of things. I assume this is for me.
Yeah.
She kind of takes the plate. So, Warham, again, what are you gonna do?
food, the best distraction.
I'm gonna sit there, finish sipping my tea, and
With Vorum.
debate on if I want to go out there. Looking at Vorum like, should we? I mean,
Orem is not responsive. It's like,
Sorry, I didn't realize I'd muted myself.
oh god.
I'm gonna look out kind of the window. Just go, well, that's a problem in the making. I don't want to be near it.
I mean these are.
I mean, it was. I look at you. I was like, was it you?
It
Did you
wasn't me.
draw?
I didn't do. I like we're like whispering. I'm like, I think it was Callie.
Callie? Okay. So we each grab a leg. We chuck her outside.
It's like,
How dare you?
Problem can resolve
I mean,
itself.
look at Vorum like, I mean, you didn't notice the look Callie gave when Julie left with, he kind of points his head towards the door.
I'm gonna say Vorm didn't. He's gonna no.
Did
I was more focused on the gold and the skeletons and the.
Yeah, well, I don't want to jump to conclusions, but I think Callie was kind of crushing on Julie.
I kind of look out the window, look back to you, look further into the mansion, look back to you.
Yeah, I just kind of nod my head like, yeah.
How do you think this is going to be an issue? I like have my hands like together, and I just like point. Do you think this is going to be an issue?
This is going to be some type of issues, definitely. we have two bards, one crushing on the other, and a child of mistress, sister, whatever. Yeah. We need to be very careful. Okay, I got zapped once, and that was just like a week. Like, I know she wasn't like trying to kill me. So
Okay, I think we have a few options here. One, total neutrality.
yes.
Yeah.
Two, side with the crazy one outside. Three, side with the crazy one inside. Which one do we want to pick?
Do I have to?
We gotta pick between the three.
I mean, we kind of have to travel with two of them, and if there's this tension between the two of them, or at least one of them, but also we don't know how much interaction.
So what you're saying is neutrality. We just pretend we don't see anything. We have no idea what's going on.
Yes, I
Great.
will not wingman this one.
I literally imagine like that fucking scene from El Dorado. It's like both, like neutrality. We see that.
I will not wingman this. I will stay back.
Yeah, I'm not wingmaning this. At least not right now.
I mean, if Jen is not doing the initiative for that, you know it's bad.
I will be neutral. I will wait and see where the wind blows, and then I will see if I want to step in. But most likely, I'm not.
Again, who values his own life.
Okay, look.
Well, he's not a meat shield like you, Terry.
Look, just
Okay.
walk off, Death.
Okay. So
Just
are
walk
you,
it off.
Are you gonna...
we observe the situation from afar.
Okay,
We
so
will observe.
Warren, again, at this point, are you just staying inside and just like drinking?
Oh yeah, I imagine we're like on the opposite sides of like a table, just like drinking
yeah.
coffee or something.
Callie and Julie.
So you're just staying there, right? So you're staying there.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case.
Do we have a window? Can we
Oh.
watch out the window?
No, there's no window. So,
Damn.
in that case,
Damn.
Julie, you got the floor. What would you like to do?
All right,
Oh,
still
boy.
mildly agitated that they haven't left yet. I will go back to Callie's door and slowly creak it open again.
Uh-huh.
Peek around the corner. You still asleep there?
She is.
Yeah, she's definitely still asleep. Her room is a lot like the inside of the house, very like beehive-like, but there's like pictures of like the Feywild, like paintings of the Feywild, and that are hanging in her room, like bring her nostalgia and everything.
All right. I will walk over, but still keep my distance a little bit. Callie, dear, are you awake?
Still sleeping. She's a heavy sleeper.
Taking after Terry.
And I will walk a little bit closer and kneel down and like kind of start brushing her hair with my fingers. Sweetie, it's morning. We might need to have a little talk.
She's like like slightly a little bit awake and like kind of like nuzzles with the touch of Julie's hand, and like starts getting up and like rubbing the sleep out of her eyes.
While she's still in a half daze, I'm just going to quickly say, I think I love you more than her, and last night was a complete mistake, and I'm very sorry.
There it is.
What?
Like now
I
walk
said
out
good
and hope
morning.
she thinks it's a dream.
I said, good morning, dear. How are you?
Whoa, did I hear that?
Like inside check. It's like,
Rob
it's like she still half asleep, but she wants to inside check if she heard her right.
Insight versus deception. Let's go.
Wait, deception. Is she lying though?
I mean, Julie said, nah, it just said good morning. Nothing
Yeah,
else."
yeah. It's really covering it up with a lie.
Oh, she's covering those. Okay, I get it.
Uh-oh. That's not gonna be a Julie perception check. Deception check.
Julie, deception? Also.
My deception is plus 16.
Ooh.
Yeah, you literally
Oh
can't.
no!
Delicious.
He could get a nat 1 and still be 2 above that.
Yeah, so, yeah. Callie, you're just asleep. Nothing really happens.
I just heard the like, oh, good morning, how are you?
Yeah, kind of like,
Like- Oh,
Almost
good
dreamt up the first
morning.
part.
yeah.
Okay.
She's in like a
are you-
nightgown.
Are you awake enough? Okay. Dear, please, can you put on your necklace of non-detection real quick?
I don't have that.
Oh, I thought I gave you one. I'll give her one.
So, while this is happening, Terry, you just have a very peculiar question coming from Lesra as she examines the throne.
Mhm.
She asks, "What do you think the ones who sat upon the throne? What kind of power did they commanded?"
That sounds like a villain. That sounds like
Sounds
a
like a
BB
villain
EG.
move. But yeah, no, he looks. He takes a moment. He thinks. Well, I think whatever power they commanded was dwarfed by the person they worshipped, or the dragon. Because in reality, they were all trapped here till death. Whatever power they actually had through magic was clearly misused, and therefore meaningless.
If you could serve a dragon, as a servant, what color, either metallic or chromatic, would you prefer?
He thinks for a moment. I think that like you can tell he really does consider the question. I think it would be a. I don't think I could ever serve a dragon after what I've been through. When it comes to them, the terror struck by looking into the eyes of the god. You can see, like, his voice stutters just for a moment there. And that's, like, that doesn't happen with Terry when it comes to reactions like that. It inspires a fear that is unnatural. From that comes respect.
Honestly,
I don't... Go on.
yeah. Honestly, I would have said probably all my life up to like yesterday that a golden dragon was the easiest of choices. But what I witnessed yesterday, I'm kind of curious how many metallic dragons are good, as in truly good, and share, I guess, the humanity we strive. I am very curious about this whole situation.
I have a question for you now. How do you know what's going on?
So she eyes the throne and she kind of just squints her eyes a bit and just kind of walks closer and takes a seat upon one of the thrones.
Like, he stops himself real quick. For that, how does it feel? Sitting there.
It feels cold and dead.
That's what meaningless power is. But, that said, I have a question for you. How do you know you're doing the right thing in your god's eye?
Well, one thing, I've been chosen. Second thing, he gives us visions to all of us. And third, if one of us steps out of bounds, we get a vision that one of our brothers or sisters have stepped out of bounds and how we should act accordingly to that.
So, they really only tell you when you've messed up?
You could say so. They don't really guide us to do something, to achieve something. But they do inform us when a correction needs to be made somewhere in the world. May it be internal or external.
What would you be willing to sacrifice to correct that?
Nothing. I am content with it where I am at the moment. I am one of the most powerful individuals in the world. You have no idea how many hundreds of thousands of students who are dabbling in the arcane will literally kill themselves in a bloodbath only to have a chance to talk. And here you are, a paladin, a somewhat gifted sorcerer, talking to an individual that you truly know nothing about. But then again, so do I know nothing about you.
Well, there are 3 things to know about me. 1, I'm Terry. 2, I'm on an important mission. And 3, I'm willing to sacrifice everything to accomplish it. And those are the things that define all of my actions.
That's good
So-
for you.
I have a question then. What does it feel like not to have a goal you're willing to sacrifice things for?
She kind of pauses and she kind of looks away and then looks at you. And then she kind of like twirls her fingers. And there's like this small orb of ice manifests in the right hand. To assume that would be extremely bold.
You just... Well, you told me you were comfortable in your situation. Perhaps I was a little too assumptuous. But the way you talk about your situation feels like you're dealing with a deeper question. I don't know. I look at you and you remind me somewhat of a family member, deep thinker, always in their own head.
So, cut to Julie. Julie, what would you like to do? As the bluff failed, not failed, was extremely successful, and Callie's getting up.
I just like drift to like my oh, what is it, wardrobe, and just like open it and see what to wear for the day.
Julie's still in the room.
Okay, you don't have to acknowledge me. You don't have to say anything. There's some things I need to get off my chest, and honestly, this is, I guess, the best opportunity we're gonna get. Last night, that was the closure for me. I'm going to be honest. She's too much. I'm honestly done with the way I was before, and she brings out the worst in me. I can't help but think, like, if that was me and Lazara at the pub the other night, and we were drinking, that place would have been burned to the ground just like the church. I'm not even kidding. It's... I need someone who can balance me, and she doesn't. You balance me. I understand I've made a lot of mistakes recently, but last night helped me really understand everything. Take from it what you will. I need to be honest with you. And I'll walk out the door.
Before she walks out the door, I chase after her and hug her from behind.
Alright, I'll smile and turn around and hug you.
Oh, how precious.
Well, with that out of the way, the worst of me is standing right outside that door. I don't know how the rest of today is going to go, but I need you to be aware of what's going on.
Okay.
And I'll kind of kneel down and kiss her on the forehead. Hopefully this goes better than what I'm thinking. And I'll
So-
slowly walk out the door again.
So, cutting back to Terra. Terra, what was your question?
What was it? I think she was sitting on the throne. She was... So I need to track my steps here. Like, looking over, adds... And And I guess I'll leave it off with this like final question. I imagine that for someone so powerful, I'm just surprised I don't see more. And that's that, like, Julie makes the way out of the door at that point.
No. Julie is still like
Gosh darn it, can't
out
get
of the
perfect timing.
yeah, no, out of the room.
No perfect timing here.
Like out of Cali's room, not out of the mansion. Because yeah.
I'll be waiting.
As Lester just kind of looks at the tomb, just kind of gets comfortable in the throne, and then looks at you, Terry, and kind of motions you towards throne opposite.
Throne up. Wait, okay, so there's two thrones facing each other, or like one to the side?
No. One to like there's one to the side, so just, she kind of just.
He looks over and like currently he didn't understand that this was where he was going with the whole situation, so he doesn't really currently have any armor on. But I don't think it would really help him in this situation. He just has his casual, warm clothing on, and then he goes over and like he inspects the seat.
Take a seat.
And he kind of sits down and starts enjoying his meal there.
She has not touched her meal at all. She just kind of looks up into the just the walls and all that.
And on a more subtle note, since I can do this basically no sense, detect evil, just
detect evil.
Like no, there's there's the basically like the paladin.
Yeah, I know. You don't detect neither good nor evil.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
As there's just a quiet moment, like a good half a minute of silence between you, as she tries to lean more and more into the throne, and then kind of looks up and just says, "This layer gives me some insight."
What type of insight?
This is one of the mythical, forgotten treasure troves that if you see in it, observe it, your life would be fulfilled to the fullest and you would want nothing more. And that was the feeling the first time I stepped into this layer yesterday. But now, when it's silence, everything has settled down, and you can feel the cold in the back, I realize it's not as much as I expected.
I found that satisfaction is almost impossible to have as a mortal on this plane. He looks over like real quick, just like, is she human? Just.
Oh yeah, she's human.
And I think that might be especially true for humans. When you look around the world, whether it be giants or gods or the countless unworldly creatures that walked, I have to wonder why humans are still around despite being so fragile, so short-lived. And I think it has something to do with the fact that we are fragile and we are short-lived. I think we're built to constantly push for something new. And so we're never satisfied with what we have. I don't know. So maybe an impossible task is the only way to achieve real satisfaction.
No, there is another alternative. As
he kind of looks over curious.
As we all grow and we have our wants and needs, and usually those wants and needs are are each specific individuals. Like every single brother or sister of mine has a specific niche. May it be alcohol, women, men, rituals that would make everyone sick to their core.
I don't think getting what you want is enough. He kind of looks over and looks like he's reminiscing. I used to have a picturesque family. A nice farm, a lovely family, a supporting set of siblings. But I was not happy. And there was no reason besides for envy. And it's not like I didn't have everything they did. But I was bitter. And I can't really put anyone at fault there for it. But I had everything I needed. I don't know. I look on this world and I see I had been born with everything I could have wanted. And yet I was not happy. Sometimes I both curse and stand in awe at the creation of people. So senselessly complicated. But at the time, endlessly fascinating.
There is some resemblance to me then. I can't comprehend what you're saying.
Glad it makes sense to someone.
Also had a family, a loving mother, a loving father, a sister and a brother. One day they all up and vanished, leaving me alone at age 6. Was picked up half a year by the Platinum Seas as they figure out that I have a gift for arcane, figuring out that I was one of the chosen of Mistra. I practiced my arcane, mastered it, several fields, in a matter of a decade and a half, when most take decades to master one. And then I do some digging. And she kind of looks like blankly forward. The people that considered me family, who took me up in the arms, knew since I was born what I was to become. They purposely led my family to my demise and let me wander alone without guidance. For what reason? He just kind of chuckles to herself. I do not know. I'm still trying to figure that out.
Let me know when you figure it out. I could use an answer to that.
Oh, this is just the first step of the story. As I was ready to do something very, very regrettable, because I always were the shy in the background, never say, never do anything. And what happened the same week where I found out the truth? A young but very popular bard stumbles upon the floating city. Something quite opposite to me that I've been my entire life. Somebody that encouraged my new self. And I took it all in. Even to the point that I desecrated the temple of my goddess. And I'm curious about this. Maybe they all knew that that was my fate, to burn down the church, because I eventually did find out about what he did to me and my family. As she kind of
fate. Still trying to understand that one. Was it my fate to be here in the end? Was it my choices that led me here? I think in the end that I've learned one thing, that no matter how good a new perspective, a new try at life feels, a new you feels, it's going to die. It's a scary thought, but I remember I had just finished what I thought would be my life's goal. I was thrilled. I had started my work, which I felt like I would be doing for the rest of my life. And slowly reality hit. And I was standing at a table with a bunch of dead colleagues. And a blade through my back. And it, like, he lifts like his shirt and you can see just a large scar. And now I look at this party and I think, how long?
Well, I don't know. I need some advice, I guess, Terry. For the girl I was so mad in love only a few months ago, I don't feel the same way anymore.
Makes sense.
Yes.
Because at the beginning, it was like the layer, all shiny, it glittering in gold and potential. Now it's just silent, cold, and empty.
This reminds me of when I got sick as a child. Now, it wasn't anything serious, but it taught me something, looking back in hindsight. They were these little sweet rolls. My mother would make them during the winter season. Delicious. I love them. But I can never eat them again, because I ate so many of them I threw up. But in hindsight, that's how it all works, isn't it? If you indulge too much in a good thing, it starts to hurt you. And we learn to hate what hurts us. I think when we overindulge in something we love, and we let it hurt us, we destroy that love for it.
So can I ask you a favor? And for a favor for a favor?
Depends. But go on.
Help me find closure with her.
He nods.
And at this point, Julie, Callie,
Oh my God.
were you doing anything besides, the hug?
Well, she left my room. I'm probably gonna change into my actual clothes.
Yeah. So you all eat. Well, this conversation, you eat and then you walk out. This happened several minutes after you actually had your little revelation. As the door, as Terry, you can hear, and as far as Lesra is also can hear, the doors opening. And who's going through the door? I'm curious.
All right, I guess that we're all getting pushed down.
Whoever wants, because
I imagine Callie probably got like. Oh, what is it?
I imagine we hear like Julie walking down, and I look over at Vorm, and I'm like, "Oh shit! Like, let's go! Like, out the door now!"
Just has grapes for her, and like Julie and Callie have grapes in their hands.
I'm sorry, I saw what Julie said, and I just the meme.
Emotional damage.
Literally.
We got these two things going. Me and Vorm are just sitting at the table sipping tea. Two relationships are forming on either side.
I was not expecting this turn of events.
It's like out the door, something's forming in the bedroom. We're just sitting here sipping tea, like we're neutral. We're neutral in this.
How's the rest of yeah. So yeah, who's coming out through the mansion door? Because it's been like 10 minutes since Julie and Callie's conversation, the final note, so
If they're still sitting at the table as I come back down, I'm gonna look at both of them and just cowards and walk out the door.
No, not cowards.
No,
Smart.
not cowards. Neutral.
okay, I'll be right back. Give me a second to the door.
Just sipping tea. I prefer the word neutral. But with-
not
with
our
Ju-
problem. Why make it our problem?
But with Julie walking out the door, I would be prepared to get up. Because I assume that if Callie leaves, like the whole mansion disappears anyways.
Yep.
So I'm like, all right, finish the tea. Can you take anything out of, like, if you take anything out, if the mansion disappears, that is disappear, or does it stay?
I mean, Terry still had his burritos.
I feel like the food is
Steak. Yum.
fine. I think it's everything else. Like if we
Oh,
wanted
good
to like
shit.
bring like a bed from the mansion,
Well, no.
it would just stay there. But food, yeah, that's. I think that is fine.
Yeah,
feel like
food.
you
Because at that point, it's just
Yeah,
food.
food can get out. It's something like materials manifested or furniture. No.
Yeah.
Okay. So I couldn't take out a cup of tea because the cup would disappear.
Literally.
Well, that's when you dump the tea into an you already have like a cup with like your mess kit and stuff. You just pour it in there.
I just imagine Terry like again walks out like yes, fresh tea. Walks out and the fucking cup disintegrates, fucking splashes his face.
Just, oh god damn it.
But yeah, Terry, you can hear the familiar echoing steps of Julie exiting out of the mansion, as Lystra is also kind of just like slightly moves her head to the sound, but does not really react much.
I'll look over towards both of them. Well, hello, beautiful. And how you doing, Lazra?
Ouch.
Oh, whoa. Okay, that's an opening.
Like, shots
I don't think I thought
fired.
to do that one.
Fired. Whoa.
I love you, but ooh.
I mean, this is Julie, then, you know.
This is Julie.
Yeah.
She's gonna go hard.
To be fair, Terry does have a 23 in charisma. I mean, it's pretty.
Yeah. As with a smile,
He does a slight
Lazarus
nod
looks
and
at you and
eats.
Jules says, fiery as always, the silver.
Well, I mean, if you can't take a joke, what can you take, right, love?
She kind of gives a nod with a smile.
So, what have we been talking about out here?
Do you know those funny goats you see on a farm, like towards the winter season?
The woolly ones are the ones that faint when you scream at them.
Oh, we didn't get the fainting
Ooh,
ones.
have you
when
ever
we were.
popped an umbrella and see all of them faint at the same time? It's hilarious.
Well, wait, they have those in the Feywild? Dang, I've been missing
We
out.
have satyrs that do that. It's really funny.
He laughed, but he kind of like.
Oh, I am going to
he
have to see that.
break the tension in the room. That was the thing, but he kind of like he gets up from the chair real quick and puts a hand on Lazarus' shoulder. Better now than ever.
She kind of looks at your hand at her shoulder.
You didn't really think about doing it. It just.
I know. She kind of pauses. And she kind of...
Julie kind of pauses.
Yeah.
It's like, do I
It's the
zap
gay
you for
panic,
touching
it's
me, or
starting.
do I appreciate you for...
It's like the internal panic as he realizes, like, wait, I can't, like, the panic, wait, I can't just shove the hand away now. Well, that would look awkward. And I can't take it back.
He can't snatch the hand away, but he can't keep, so he's just sweating. He's like, oh.
Okay. So, Julie, this is out of character. I need to ask you this. Like you called Lysra your wife. Does she actually have a ring?
No, I've just been saying wife out of convenience of, plan on spending the rest of my life with her at that point.
I know. I just double check for a reason.
Yeah.
Maybe a promise ring?
As she kind of stands up, and there is this entirely different motion from Lysra towards you, Julie. She comes a bit closer. Just looks at you a bit.
Quick question. How is Callie looking as she's looking at the two?
I just sent the gif.
I'll stand up a little bit straighter, press the digitation my hair back.
She kinda does this half-ass deep sigh looking at you. I'll be all fully honest to Silver. I did not expect what has been between us for the past, 3-4 months?
It's been a whirlwind, love.
I am not an artist. I'm not a bard. I'm not a skald. And not a very good writer of poems and songs. So I'll do this the way I know how I can do it.
Go on.
Go on.
It's over, bitch. Peace out.
If nothing else, the past 4 months have proven that you're terrible at poems. Trust me, I've read them.
Jeez. Going hard.
I tried, but it didn't also pick up much in the form of arcane, even though my body's covered with runes of them. Nevertheless, she kinda has her both hands like kinda tucked between each hand, just kinda looking at you. No actual words. Like she occasionally slightly opens her mouth but closes shut immediately, and you can see she has that look of indecisiveness.
Okay, don't speak. I know what you're thinking.
When you use detect thoughts without consent.
Don't speak. I can read your mind.
Don't tell me because it hurts. There you go.
Thank you.
While this intense moment is going on, and Jen's like looking at Callie, just trying to read her.
Okay. So
Well, I guess that makes the conversation a little bit more awkward from this morning. But yeah, we still do need more information. So would it be more comfortable if I asked one of the others?
No, it's my duty. It's everybody's duty in the Platinum Seas to deal with this. Additionally, the wizard's way, my dear De Silver, is to read everybody's thoughts in the room. And your fairy companion had quite ambitious thoughts as she looks at you, Callie.
Jin's gonna put a covering arm, like hand on Kelly,
I'm going to turn sideways. My left hand is already starting to weave signs.
What can I say besides it was fun while it lasted? But until then, I guess I'll see you all. Never we'll meet again, I guess, on this specific topic. As she poof and vanishes away.
I will stop casting my spell.
I can imagine. If you screaming.
Looking at Callie, and between Callie and Julie, I'm like, Jin just kind of says, like, to himself out loud, did I just witness a breakup and a forming of a new relationship in the same minute?
In the same minute. Fucking any percent speedrun.
It's a bard's love life. What are you expecting? He says that he finishes his food finally.
And I nod. I'm like, yeah, that's true. Bars.
There's also one steak burrito by the throne just chilling.
There's still one just sitting there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that
She
there.
was going to incinerate me. Oh my gosh!
I'm gonna leave that there so someone else can come to this this place, like whether it be another chosen, comes over here, just sees a burrito on the main throne.
No, it's literally like just a plate, but it's like rotten, spoiled. It has fucking the black fur on it.
Oh, that explains why she was.
Put a hand on. I still have a hand on Callie, and I'm just like, Callie, just be careful, okay?
And
I'm supposed to know she can read thoughts.
I mean, look, if I can do it, she can do it.
I mean,
I honestly thought I gave everyone the.
it's kind of expected with these chosen ones. Okay, we can't put it past them that they can or can't do something.
I am
What
so
I mean-
sorry. I honestly thought I gave you one of the amulets of non-detection.
No, Callie has not actually had one the whole time.
I just
I don't
haven't
think
had
that
the time
matters,
to,
but-
like, attune to it.
hey, there you go. There you go. Uh-huh.
After she kind of poofs away, I'll stare where she was for like another 5 or 10 seconds.
At the
Well, that was awkward. What are we gonna do now?
And Julie like pats Julie, not Julie.
Julie passed Julie. Yeah, she's patting.
She's patting herself.
Successfully
Oh,
distracted.
Julie,
real life,
Julie,
right?
Julie.
The shadow forms and pats her.
Successfully distracted.
Okay.
Actually,
that giant lance is still outside, right?
Aye, it is.
And she identified it, so we know it's not cursed. Jim's gonna go and try to attune to it and see if it'll shrink.
Oh my god, you gotta tune into it? Shit.
Well, given he already has a dragon bow, I mean, this seems like right up his wheelhouse.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it just seems like a waste to leave.
Okay. So, at this point, what is everybody doing in the Golden Dragon's lair?
Imagine
Alright.
like all the items and stuff we're tuning to all these things, or we have
Yeah.
like during this whole time just getting a tune, getting a feel for it.
So he looks over
Vorm has the mask on.
Terry looks over at Vorm. Hey, Vorm, do you know of a high-end market where we can make use of some of this?
In the middle of a jungle? No.
We won't be here for much
Other
longer. in that case.
places, more likely.
And we have an appointment with Ducklick soon enough.
Okay,
We can always
So,
go
Callie.
back to the.
Callie,
Mm-hmm.
you attuned with the harp, right?
Yes.
As soon as you attune to the harp, you suddenly
Oh,
feel a sudden like shift in your face, but you don't really know what it is. You start touching your face, and like very close to your eyelids, where tears come out. There are two tiny dragon scales there.
Nick,
Whoa.
also cool style.
Golden dragon scales. might I add.
Golden scale. I mean,
Yeah.
fits for the
So
beat.
again, with your attunement, the glaive does shrink to your size. You got yourself a glaive. Let's go.
Nice. That's awesome because my strength did go up. I got my mythic level, so my strength went up.
So who else is attuning with stuff?
Also attuning to one
Why
of
not?
the robes that like gives the 16
Yeah.
I quickly
armor
check if I have
class.
identify on me. Let's see.
Also,
wait, we
do
still
the
need to
robes
actually grab
look
identify.
different from each other? Like the ones that me
Yeah. So
and Julie
so
have?
well, here's the thing.
Define.
From just from like uneducated plebeian perspective, they're the same. But for keen eye and a solid taste for you, Julie, Callie, and again, you can see the intricate weaving techniques are different, and the patterns of the gold inlay cloth in the actual robe is also different.
I know.
Yeah. So Callie, yeah, you got like this, like you got essentially, Callie, what you have is like a shirtless, a long dress at the moment.
Shirtless? Shirtless?
Not shirtless, but like what's it called?
Hey, what's
This?
What? Sleeveless. I'm sorry, yeah, sleeveless.
Okay, I was like, oh.
It's just the bottom half.
I know, it's
The
just
top
a
half.
skirt. It's just a
It's-
skirt.
it's just-
Shut up, I know. Yeah. So who else is attuning?
Actually, wait, I have a quick question. Does anyone have the identify spell? I don't.
Well, that's why one of the items I want to buy can do that.
So
Suffering. It's a bard spell here.
Nope.
Yeah, I think I ended up getting the other lace robe, so I'll go ahead and put that one on.
I sent you guys what you got in the end.
These robes have that they have sleeves and interestingly enough, Julie, they're kind of like almost like to your ankles, and as you twirl, you just see just a like quite like tiny golden runes by the hundreds start to just slightly like float from the dress into the air as you like twirl around. And when you stop, they all slowly go back into their distinctive place on the actual robe.
Oh, that's just lovely.
Nice.
Are they like
Is
two
it-
different gold colors, or both me and Julie are matching?
No.
Well, I have sleeves. You don't.
Yeah.
No sleeves. Is Vorm tuning to his mask? And
No,
ring?
I said I was attuning to the ring.
Ooh, the ring.
Yeah.
the One Ring to control the.
As you attune to the ring, all of a sudden you feel a sensation in your chest, of your chest tightening, and smell of burnt food.
In a good way or a bad way?
In a good way. For a
Yeah.
moment,
This
and then
can burn food be good?
and then like a sudden clutch, and they like for a moment like what the fuck is going on, and it kind of releases, and you kind of feel like you just suddenly feel like somebody has your back. Like
Wow.
like you know that those people are like, I have a guardian angel on my side. You literally feel like somebody's like now is watching you for a tent to protect. Literally, somebody plucked you up from the moral plane. It's like, this I will protect.
Protect my boyo.
I got you, G. I got you.
I got you, homie.
I got you, but only once.
A week.
Once per rest. No, once a week. So like you get one once a week.
Get one get out of jail free card per week.
Playing, don't, if I remember correctly, he also gets extra temporary HP.
From the ring?
Oh, not the ring, sorry, the mask. I thought you were talking about the mask. Take myself back.
Oh my
I'm just in the ring for now first. You don't do one thing at a time, can't you?
There are no such limitations.
Okay,
I'm just kidding.
let me just okay. So apparently, just in memes, apparently a fucking Elden Ring is good. Look at this fucking reviews. Literally.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's all tense. What the fuck?
To be fair, that what else has come out?
It came out. Anyway,
Yeah, didn't it just come out today?
yeah. So, yeah. So, what would you like to do now that everybody's attuning with stuff? So, who's gonna tune the? Who? Oh, again, you're gonna tune with the Brian mask, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You always make it sound like suspicious.
You
You're making it sound like we're like, oh, the dragon's gonna possess us and like we're gonna kill somebody.
Like I already
that's how
know. I know I
Well, you
can't
see,
die.
Gen
with
agreed to
this
be a
mask.
concubine, so this is interesting.
Okay, so again, as you finish attuning to the mask becomes a lot more lighter, like to the point that it doesn't feel like it's made of gold, which is quite heavy. It feels like actually like it's made of paper. It's very, very, very weightless in your hands. Additionally, as you attune, you just hear a single bell followed by a bunch of chimes. Just the noise in the surrounding area. You look around, you're literally in a fucking cave. There's not a single bell anywhere. Yeah.
Wedding bells, you're next.
I hear bells and then just look over at Callie and Julie and I'm like, I hear bells in your future.
Oh my fucking god.
I'll smile and twirl in my dress, make the runes pop out again.
Nice. I know that I have to be careful. I can't die in this thing. I'm gonna lose my soul. I'm gonna have another duck lick situation.
Warren, I guess you also attune with the mask?
Oh, if I can do multiple at a time, yeah, sure.
Ah, so
Yeah,
as you
you're
attune to
taking
the
your time.
mask, you hear this. As you attune, you also hear a massive bell ringing followed by chimes, but very close, like almost in front of you, like as if wherever you hold a mask, there's like a person behind it. You hear a soft elderly man's chuckle followed by clapping.
Very sarcastic bells and chuckling.
Chuckling, a round of applause.
Look, hearing noises is not a normal thing. Please see a doctor. All of us, normal to us.
It's all normal. We just see Worm like bow as the people are giving him a. He's like, okay, yeah.
So...
I think that's everything.
I think she's talking about the necklace of non-detection or something.
Non-protection.
Did we need to attune them now, or did those things just like we just put them on?
I think they were just
later?
you put them on.
Yeah, they're just
works,
active.
Yeah. So,
I just don't think it matters to you as someone chosen by the god of magic.
I wonder about the dice thing. What is that?
I mean, it doesn't require attunement, so it doesn't matter.
Alright.
Just have-
Who's rolling the dice? I imagine Vorm's holding.
I'll try my luck.
holding.
You want to roll dice?
I imagine Vorm has the like the golden dice.
Okay, what are you gonna roll for?
Oh no, I'm just going
Do I
to
have 'em now?
casually pick up.
Huh?
Just going to casually pick up on the dice and roll it.
Roll me.
Like wish for like
Okay,
ice cream or
okay,
something.
Julie, what's your thought when you roll?
No.
Uh-oh. I bet she's thinking about Callie right now. Or Lester.
I'm thinking that everything seems to have gone better than expected, and I'm happy Callie's here.
Okay.
Oy.
So you chuck the dice just forward, just a few like inches, and it somehow gets momentum and just starts spinning, and it fucking hits Callie, and it rolls a 5.
Whoa.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit you.
We just see like Julie like trying to roll the dice just hits Callie. It's like Julie, whoa.
You know,
Why'd you do that?
It bounces like a 90-degree angle.
Yeah. You know those fucking fake throw behind back videos where you throw it just like fucking off the fucking table from the counter, just like fucking the momentum is just insane.
Like whoa.
I'll
Callie,
run
are you
over
alright?
I'll run over and kiss wherever it hit.
Oh, in the forehead. Let's go. Unless Callie wants somewhere else, I could.
No, it was
Pops her
definitely
right in the
Callie's
lips.
forehead.
Right on the lips. Boom.
That like bloody lips now.
No, the lips just swell a bit, like the bottom.
I am
These
so
guys.
sorry, I didn't expect that to happen, and I'll kiss her forehead.
Please try not to
Projectile
laugh.
weapon dice.
And it rolled a 5. It hit her and let it out.
It's literally just a set of dice. And it it's got a 5. Oh, 7. 7-sided
Nice.
dice.
Alright, I think we're all attuned. I'm gonna show like Terry the lance. I'm like, hey, here's the lance you were dragging around. And just hold it up.
Look, I'm gonna be honest here. I don't believe for a second you're lifting the same weight, because your arm would
No,
crack
it's
under
like-
the
it's like-
pressure.
Yeah. It's like it's not that heavy as I start like because it's normal size for me. So I just like start twirling around. Like I don't see what you were having a problem with.
Oh my fucking god! Holy
then.
shit!
Let's try something. Hand him the spear. See if he can hold it now.
And I hold it out to Terry.
This is gonna probably suck.
The
Please,
He
glaive.
grabs
Mjolnir.
onto it.
Please, Mjolnir.
Please let it be on
Yeah,
there.
the glaive feels very, very easily usable. Just like. Hey, who would have
Hey,
thunk? Who would have thunk when you shrink it down for usage for a normal medium-sized creature, it actually feels good. Who would have thunk?
Yeah.
Told you Reduce would have worked on it.
Just take it back. It's like, damn.
Like
Man, would have been if he would have took it, he would have dropped to the ground.
All over again. But yeah, with that said, we have shopping to do, a duck-like appointment, and information to gathering.
Cool.
You
Shove it down into one of my.
guys all ready to go? He it's this like the sending stone ready to let Ducklick know.
Yeah, I think we're done here. Look over at Julie and Kelly. I think all business has been done.
Alright then, if you're done upsetting one of the most powerful people on the planet, go.
Upsetting? What do you mean?
Oh.
Seems
Only half.
seems like a mutual breakup between the two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was amicable as it could be for,
I mean, for
everything.
Julie, or someone splitting from the Julie.
So a very wholesome moment. What kind of?
Honestly, I think that was the first time I was almost broken up with, but I did in fact break up with her first.
What?
I said, "Don't stay."
You're like, fuck
Right.
no, I'm the one who breaks with you. Shut up.
Right. Just give like one of those right like
Nod slowly.
looks over at Terry like, yeah, we know who broke up with who.
Alright, so
Oh yeah,
if
keep
they're
talking.
all
I'm the one
seem to
that
be
already
set-
has a girlfriend. She doesn't.
This is true. Again, within a minute, broke up and in a new relationship. Barnes, man. They're quick.
It was Gen who said it. I knew it. But jokes aside, yeah. So if that's the case, if everyone's ready to go, ending spell Ducklick saying, "All right, ready to ship out. We have all of our gear and so on."
Yeah, let's go.
You attempt to cast the spell, but nothing happens.
Oh.
You also see that the manifestation of the
God,
door to the mansion just disappears. Prematurely, might I ask.
Question here: is the magic, just?
I would like everybody to roll
my
me
item.
perception checks.
So Vorm, enjoy the advantage. I'm helping you. No, Vorm. Sorry, Gen. Gen has a ridiculous modifier. Take a step forward again, like, something ain't right here.
Second, I need to find something.
Does it keep doing it again?
Wow, we're all blind.
Kelly and
And it's all
Julie
up
are
to you.
too busy, just kind of hugging each other and being happy.
Ah, good, good.
And has yet to roll. Let him roll. We need his advantage, and he's the guy with the highest modifier. Our hope lies.
Ah, it's gonna be so great.
To be a beholder.
Yeah.
Oof.
No.
Oof.
What?
Wait, what?
Ooh.
What is this? 2d6 plus 15? What the fuck?
Oh wait.
Why you roll 26?
Oh, what the heck?
Makes way more sense.
I hit the wrong.
Oh my god.
I copied and pasted the
Way
wrong
more
thing.
sense. Let me.
He copied and pasted the fuck.
Thank you for noticing that, Eric. Just copy and paste that. He'll do it for you.
Okay, so Terry, can you do something real quickly so I know exactly? What's your full name?
Crap.
Yeah, what's your full name?
I'm scared you're asking that question.
I am asking for a reason.
Alright, I'll send it in DMs.
No. Oh no.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. Alright, we'll go here.
Oh, good. The music picked it up. Is Terry a very old or a recent name? That's my question.
Okay. Took it after
The incident.
right before the rebellion situation. So like right before joining the anarchy.
Ah. So, what's the again? What's the perception? Let's go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, remember that little trait that you had, Terry?
Vividly.
Really good. Again, where's your perception?
Freaking my thing is acting up on me.
Again, just like copy what's in the quotes here. That's exactly what your role will mean. It'll do it all for you.
Alright,
Big
alright.
Costa.
Copy. Alright. Delete this shit.
The fuck?
So,
How did you? What did you roll to do that?
I copied the thing.
I
Did
guessing
you-
you didn't.
Come on, again.
I told you
Don't
this
copy the
thing-
quotes, obviously, but like it's just. Oh no!
Come
You
on.
forgot the. R.
Yeah, come on again. It's not too hard. Come.
I don't know the quotes. All you have.
God damn it, again.
Hey, I'm having malfunctions here. For some reason this thing would not.
Jesus Christ. You literally on the worst timing ever.
I know.
I think
no.
I would only be half surprised if Gen was doing this on purpose just to build the tension further.
Trust me, I'm not as much as I would love to. I'm not the bard. I don't build tension.
Would you like me to roll for you?
One more attempt.
More attempts, okay. There you go. Nat 20!
Okay.
Yes!
Okay. So, you see Terra getting confused again that his message, like, does not do what it should do. You look behind and you see the mansion door just disappearing. You look around and you see on the staircase where you all walked in yesterday stands a man wearing a gray coat, a red dragonborn, and on the left, on the right, they're similarly dressed in gray clothing, two individuals, one a dwarf and one an elf. As the dragonborn calls out, Judge Terry.
Yeah, he looks over.
Terry, friends of yours.
Looks over at him and is like, could say that. What? Something get mixed up in the court order? Sorry, I think I filed for death a while ago. Didn't seem to go through properly.
Gee, we've been running checks, and it appears that a singular corpse left the pile. Judge Terry, the United Casimate Party accuses you of treason with the sentence of execution.
like, you notice like a small grin just appears on Terry's face at this point. Oh, I've been waiting to hear that. That's your problem.
Let yourself a swift death, and your companions will be let go.
That does get him to pause for a moment there. He looks over the group.
All right, Terry. What you gonna do, love?
Yeah, how many are there of them? The
3 of them.
Takes a moment and he gives the look of that he's still thinking about it. I'm going to quickly attach, telepathically communicate with our boyos. The natural ability of the paladin class, of not paladin class, of my sorcerer class.
Yeah, there's no connection.
Complete anti-magic for spells here.
Aye.
Right. And is the magic gear still magic on me? I'm just curious. I need to.
Nope.
Got it. Complete block of magic. Shitty situation. Insurance that I have that you will actually let them go after this.
We were sent here for you and you alone. We do not make this offer not out of weakness, but out of kindness.
He looks at him real quick. Do I recognize him? Just like purely, like I think I know. I remember.
Roll me a history check.
I'm gonna want to roll a history check on this. Kinda sneaky. Boy, right then. Because I really wish I had proficiencies here.
We just
wanted to go shopping. Nope.
Nah, you don't fucking know them.
Oh. Kind of, anyone's observing here. Question, does it seem like they have any magic on them working? Or are they also disabled?
They have just simple blades. They just look at you. They just have nice coats, nothing else.
Okay, with that said though, I take a look at the party, and I say, majority vote.
Party vote.
Do we notice that like our magic isn't working? Or it's just that Terry.
You would
or
definitely
everyone?
notice.
Yeah, you would definitely notice.
So But do any of us notice like that our magic isn't working?
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Magical items that you have are still active because they're fucking mythic. So they're yeah. So the glaive, the lance, the horn, but like
Armor I just put on. Wait.
yeah. Well, no, that's not mythical, but yeah. But yeah. You're just.
I'm gonna throw an intimidation check that way then, if they don't vote for majority. So guys, like literally, like if you make the call, you know Terry's willing.
So these people appear. They want to take you away because
Execution.
you were
They want to kill him.
execution.
They want to kill him.
Well, I mean, you can try, but I mean, it's happened several times before.
He laughed.
Do they have to execute you until it works, or do they get like one try?
Yeah, you see the party start joking around in this, and then realize like Terry's grin just grows bigger. You think that was the first time I died, or the last?
We just start joking around, like in front of them.
I'm quite serious.
then I pull out the weapon here. Your anti-magic field might work on typical gear, but we just raided a dragon horde. Not any dragon horde, but a golden dragon horde.
This thing will burn right through any armor you have. We have taken down godlings, held barriers to protect cities.
Terry,
Intimidation
calm
check
down.
one,
Let
don't
them
ruin
answer.
the flow.
Let them answer the first question. Is it only one execution? I mean, you can execute him right there. It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to,
you get
if
one
you
try.
If you,
Yeah, one
if you,
shot.
if you yelling it out, you just see the grin from the dragon saying, "Good. I was hoping you were gonna go the hard way."
See, Terry starts getting slowly more worked up, and you realize you might be losing control of the actions here.
I mean, we do have the Julie De Silver, and she always like the hard way.
Again, with your passive perception, you see
in true sight,
you see two people from left and right side just approaching under the cover of just some sort of illusion, even though it shouldn't work. As
Do I still see my shadow?
you do not.
Okay.
As the Red Dragon says, brothers and sisters of anarchy, kill him. I would like everybody to roll fucking initiative.
Gee, thanks, Terry.
Oh, goodness. Like I haven't ever risked my life for you guys.
Exactly, just do it again.
Yeah, but
Oh, that was D10 for some reason.
It's a 19.
we are bards. We need magic.
Your horn works, but I guess it's a minute. Ooh, never
I
mind.
mean, my harp. My harp.
Or my heart, yeah. But it's a minute.
My harp that doesn't do any damage.
Do you know what your harp does even?
Yeah, it helps my party.
I think you.
Once a week, an attuned bard may perform for 1 minute with the harp. Select a S.
He's just now reading it for the first time. Yeah, I know.
Hour-long modifier. No, it's just scrolling really funny. Giving an hour-long modifier equal to the bard's inspiration roll. So I would have to roll my inspiration die and give everybody basically inspiration.
That about sums it up.
Okay, so let's see. I got a 27. I got a 23, two 23s actually, and then a 14. Okay, so who rolled high? Julie
I
rolled
got 24.
22.
24, 22. Chi. Again, did you roll?
Yes, he did. He rolled a 14.
Oh, 14.
I got a 14.
Yeah. And then Terry rolled a 19. And then
So
Callie rolled
12.
Jesus 12. Okay. So you again can see one of the individuals immediately decloaks and charges towards Callie. Callie.
Oh no.
Yes.
Callie, watch out!
15 missed as fuck.
Yay!
Good thing they have us.
Miss Hallie's AC of
30.
30.
Let's go. So the first one.
I can't believe you missed a single shot.
Hey, that's good because that was sneak attack. And,
Thank God.
yes. So yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I would
I'm
have
gonna be honest
died
with you, I didn't
instantly.
think that 3 extra AC was gonna do you any good. I've been proven wrong.
Yeah. 6. I would like you to roll me con save, Callie, with advantage.
With advantage? Okay.
Yeah. As you are dealt 44 points of damage.
Oh dear. Hold on. 20. That's the first one.
Okay. 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 21, you succeed. You do not get poisoned, but yeah,
Thank goodness. I have to take
44 damage. So, with that, give me a second. Where is it? Oh boy. 1387. Wait. Oh my god, my fucking brain does not work with math. Why? Okay. 80. Okay. Yeah. Okay. In that case, we got Julie. Julie, what would you like to do? As you see, one of the Greycoats attacked Callie, swiped once, missed, swiped twice, hit with their very nice, delicate, venomous blades.
Right, I will immediately spin around. Mantle of Inspiration. Does it work?
Mantle of Inspiration. It does.
Okay. Everyone around me gets 15 temporary hit points and can move up to half their movement away or together, wherever they need to go. And then I'll scream out, "You motherfucker!" Pull out my rapier and stab him.
Roll to hit.
Anyone?
That's a hit. Roll damage.
Sure.
Six.
6 points of damage. Okay, yeah, you scratched the individual. Okay, now for the other two assassins. Ooh, let's see. So one of them goes and attacks you again. A boy. 17.
Nope.
Ooh. And the other attack is 13. 15 misses.
Ooh, your rolls.
Okay, so you just see one of the assassins just literally decloaks and just like fucking goes at you, swipes once, twice. You just fucking like backtrack once, twice.
I just dance back.
Yeah, now for the third assassin, Warren, my boy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
15
yell up like,
misses.
No.
I'm like, Vorum, you need to teach these guys
20.
something.
Fuck.
Oof.
Yeah. So two assassins fucking like just like charge in, try to hit you, but you both just like literally like sides and just like oh. But
I
yeah,
just dance.
Warren,
Look at Vorum.
you're up.
Damn,
My boy.
I stab him in the face. Stab
Hey,
the
it's-
mean man.
Out of dodge. Literally.
Ugh. 18.
Misses.
Hmm. Then in that case, I will disengage just to get some distance.
Okay. Okay, you disengage. Okay.
Anyone with my Mantle of Inspiration doesn't provoke an opportunity attack this turn. So you don't even have to disengage.
Oh. You can
You
look.
still have your bonus.
Oh, well, still. That's...
Okay, where Terry? Where did you have that move order? I forgot. Fuck.
I'm right after form.
Okay. Yeah. So Terry, what would you like to do? But there was a thing you wrote, right? Who got rolled? Oh, found it. Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Yep.
Terry, my boy. What would you like?
Okay. Oh, one went for Callie, right?
Yeah, one went for
Yeah.
Callie, one went for Gen, and one went for Vorum. Only one hit. 6 attacks, 1 hit. Fuck.
So you see kind of Terry laugh at this poor display of fighting as they realize And he goes for the one that went after Callie, because Callie's the most squishy here, and I don't lucky this time, but and just gonna go straight for it.
For which one?
The one that went for Callie.
Ooh, shit. With the lance, don't you? Like,
Yes, with the lance.
ooh.
Uh,
The lance is a powerful thing.
A question. These things are evil aligned, right?
Yes.
Autocritical?
Yes.
Critical. Oh man.
And
Yeah.
this is considered divine damage, right?
Yes.
Oh
You rolled the
god.
hit first, though, right?
To put in perspective,
Is
the
that the
assassins,
hit? Yeah.
the assassins you're hitting are neutral evil.
But you can add their strength and dex.
Yeah.
I believe I have a 16 plus to hit.
Let's go, gamer.
Let's go. Don't work, Calibre. 33.
That's a critical roll damage. Oh yeah, yeah, roll.
I'm rolling it with two hands. So this is like because I'm
Yeah.
rolling with ones, I can't do it with one. This is a 4d12 and plus 20, then times 2. Oh, and then of course I need to actually plus my syntax here. Oh, that's 108.
8, yeah. You just see the assassin that struck Kali is Tabaxi, who's wearing the gray coat and a cowl, and you just fucking pierce her through like the side, like smooth as butter, just like without any resistance. She's still alive, but barely. Barely.
Barely.
Uh,
But that said,
Good job.
with that said, with that said, can I bonus action roll for an intimidation here? I wanna see if we can scare off the group a bit here, or at least break their nerve.
who are you intimidating?
I'd like to do just a general announcement of intimidation after that.
Okay, roll an
Ayo.
intimidation check. Let's go.
Yeah, and I go quickly. You're out of your depth. Alright, let's see. Let's say need to divide. Sorry, that's an 11. That's 26.
You see the terminus with the of the tabaxi slow, but immediately just vanish as fear grips her fucking face. As she just, yeah, she's not having a good time at the moment. But speaking of not having a great time, again,
What are the other? Okay.
Alright.
you got yeah.
Alright. This.
I'm gonna say it's
got
lucky
the,
I can't smite right now.
I got the glaive in hand. So. And
You don't even
we'll
know
look at this.
you don't even know the stats for it, don't you?
You know that you didn't get me.
Yeah, just roll me a d20 and I'll tell you if you hit.
Again,
Alright.
the question: Did
I'm
you pick your
also-
mythic feat?
Not yet. I haven't had a chance
Good
to go
master.
through it.
It'll immediately tell you everything about the weapon.
But I am also going to bonus action Nature's Veil and go invisible.
Okay.
So I look at the guy and say, "You're not the only one who can be unseen." So that gives me advantage on the roll.
He's remembering the key codes. He's becoming powerful.
Okay. That's a hit. Roll me 4d12 plus 20.
Let's go. It's the same nature of weapon.
4d12.
Oh yeah, are you attacking which one? The one that attacked you?
Yeah, the one that attacked me.
Okay. A ranger with a melee weapon. You love to see it.
Necessary safety.
Four D12 plus 20. Let's go.
Okay, yeah. You fucking hack the side of it, and it sinks it quite nicely, and you know, blood comes out. Huzzah!
Oh.
Yeah.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! Blood comes out. The one that you attacked is a human male, maybe in his mid-20s, maybe a bit younger. Callie! How's my favorite butterfly? Huh?
I still have
I am
another
not
attack.
a butterfly.
I didn't
I
say.
have 2 attacks.
Okay. Oh God, you're gonna. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him again.
Yeah, that's a miss. That's a miss.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Yeah. Callie! How's my favorite, whatever you are. What are you gonna do?
Oh,
The fairy bee.
I know! Can I not bully the fairy bee?
no.
Oh, you can't.
No, you may not. She is my future wife.
Oh my. Seeing how Julie quickly fucking switches in and out. But yeah, well,
Well, since I can't really do much, I will stab it with my own rapier.
a roll to hit.
The bard's tag team and
I've never done this before. What do I do?
He never attacked someone.
You
Not
never attacked with a weapon.
before.
D20 plus Dex mod plus proficiency.
Dex, 3 plus proficiency.
All the fact that tomorrow is the day of the one shot.
Yep.
It's been 3 months. Let's go.
17.
This.
I tried.
That's all we can do.
Okay. Anything else?
So I'm gonna back away from the guy.
Yeah. Who's bleeding out? Let's go. What the fuck is that, Terry?
I can just imagine this being the face of the assassin after getting stabbed through.
Yeah, kinda.
Oh! Like,
Kinda.
it's just... Look, wait, I have the perfect follow-up meme to that. It's...
He gets gently stabbed from my side with a little rapier, laughs it off, turns around, gets run through the lance.
Okay. I need to roll to see how it's gonna do. Okay, so what you basically see is that Tabaxi like actually backs off and tries to run in fear, and immediately you just see her fucking head just sink into the floor with a single bolt from a crossbow. As you see, the people who's standing way above, like 300 feet above you, you see the elf has a crossbow that she just shot, and you see the Dragonborn is kind of just observing the fight. Yeah. So with that assassin is dead.
It just looks up like, wow.
Great, as soon as you get them to run away, they die. I'm half joking.
Like, really, Terry, these are friends of yours? Like...
No, Terry doesn't really hear you when you say that. Looks like he's enjoying this perhaps a little too much.
You just hear that out of nowhere. This gate is still invisible.
So, yeah, Julie. What would you like to do? As you just see at the back, she tries to back off, gets like a feat, and just gets fucking executed with a bolt for the skull.
Julie, again.
Alright, is there any that I can see immediately within range? Or are
Yeah.
they still like at
Yeah, there's 3 of them. One of them tried to fight Worum. Worum was like, "Fuck you."
Alright, I would do my best to put myself between them and Callie and still be within reach of whatever one I can. I guess the one closest to Vorum, and I'll stab that one.
Okay. Alrighty. And that's the end of your turn. Okay, that's. Roll me a D100 to see how critically you fail. Let's go.
Oh lord.
Yeah.
Goodness. That one really hit hard here. That's a fitting Julie roll.
That fits with today's session.
I can say what happens, but it would be lewd, and essentially you miss. That's it.
Oh no, now I'm wondering.
Shut up, Gen. Julie can tell all about her lewd thoughts after the session. Anyway, just kidding. No, not really. So one assassin is gonna go for Gen. Let's go. As
Disadvantage unless you can see invisible creatures.
Sure. 22.
Yeah, that hits.
Hey, my boy, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Oh shit, 55 damage. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's the best part. It's only first attack. Let's go. Ooh, Gen, my boy, you're poisoned.
Oh. How much damage?
55. This is the first attack. Give me a second.
15 of that was temporary hit points. You're welcome.
Yeah, so you take 4. Okay. Does the 17 does not hit, right?
Nope.
Okay. So you get shanked. You are now poisoned, so you have attack rolls with disadvantage for a minute. Let's go.
And I can't use spells, so I can't even cure myself. But yeah, that hit my temporary hit points because of the mask, which is half my HP, so I'm still fine.
Yeah. That's fine. So, Cal is like, fuck. Okay. But then goes for Worm's Assassin. D20 plus 13 for 1. 20 misses. And then 26. Worm, my boy. Does 26 hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Eric's finally getting above a 10 in the roll.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna halve whatever damage it does.
Okay. Con save with advantage because you're a dwarf. Let's go.
Con save. with advantage.
Cause you're a dwarf.
Oh, you take. You don't have con modifiers? What the fuck?
Oh wait. Shit, I totally forgot. +2.
+2? Okay, fucker, you succeed. Okay, you're not
Yeah.
poisoned. But you take 30 points of damage. Let's go.
was like, correction, 15.
No. He got dealt for 60. But,
Ye-
yeah, but now, yeah.
Adds that to 30, and then he has 15 temporary hit points. 15.
Oh
That's
shit!
like,
Fuck. Okay, 15. Yeah. Shut up.
Yeah.
Anyway. So you might have realized something, right? At this point, thinking, weren't there 4 initiative rolls?
I wasn't thinking about that.
Yeah.
But now that you mentioned it, that is
So
nice.
there was
Now
a
that you
four,
mention
that,
it.
that was a foreign assassin who got cold feet, and as he tries to run away again, you still have the perfect perception. He was like waiting for something, and then you see him fucking running, and you see immediately the cloak disappears, and he starts floating in the air, and then you just see his body just get squished and just torn apart.
And these assassins really are the guys in the bad position here.
As the Red Dragonborn says, weakness will get you nothing except for a pitiful death.
Can you blame them? They're being led by you.
I mean, they either die by your hands or our hands. I mean, your decision.
I have to say, their assassination is not going to plan.
Okay. In that case, yeah. It is Vorum, a boa. What would you like to do?
Try and stab this guy again. 26.
That's a hit.
Call that. Very sad. Not a sneak attack.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
Just
standing next
straight
to it, so
stab
you
to
get
the
a sneak
face.
attack.
Huh?
What?
I'm standing next to it, so he would get a sneak attack.
Flanking
mean,
or
yeah.
optional rules. That depends on Eric's how he wants things.
Yeah,
No, that's
and
no, that's
I mean,
literally
he's-
sneak attack.
he still
There's an
gets
enemy
sneak
of the
attack.
enemy within 5 feet.
Oh,
as long
wait,
as
really?
yeah, as long as
No.
he's someone within 5 feet of his target.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can get sneak attack.
oh yeah, good point. Okay,
Stand corrected. More you
I
know.
forgot that as
Yeah.
well. To be honest.
Yeah,
They can
that
pay
is the
attention.
rule.
Rogue that forgets sneak attack.
The
Yeah,
rogue gets his
my damage
own.
becomes useful.
Like when the rogue's like number one
Oh, shit,
trick.
hang on.
You can't-
Did not make sense.
I don't think that's how it works.
1d8, d6. What did I just do? No, not 18d6. I can't type over them.
18d6. Whoa.
A lot of damage.
It's
That's
stronger
a
than I
lot of
remember.
damage. 27. There we go. So that was a 16 and a 27.
16 and 27, give me a second. Holy shit. Okay, 43.
Spicy.
Okay. Yeah, you shank him. What else?
You should.
Go for the legs.
Always going for like that's where Vorm targets. He's like sling straight across the knee.
Used to be an adventurer like you until I took a Vorm to the knee.
I mean, I can't attack again, really. So yeah, disengage. Step to the side.
Sidestep.
Yeah. Step away. That's me.
Okay. Well. War. That fucking flick. In that case, again.
Alright. I reappear. Started my next turn. Looking at the one who just stabbed me, and then I disappear again. Like, you son of a bitch. Oh no, I don't have advantage. It equals out because of the poison, so the first number counts, not the second.
Yeah, no. So roll again. Because first one misses.
Goddamn. Oh, I hate being poisoned. Thank you. So just a D20. Yeah, I missed. 2 misses, and I'm going to. I got the backup. Poison.
Yeah. So, okay. Callie, what you gonna do?
I'm gonna bet it's on 10 feet because a glaive has reached. So.
Okay. How many of them are left?
2.
2 of them. And are those the more powerful guys?
No. The powerful guys are just observing from above as you're just fighting.
Okay, so I'm
Question, how
not gonna
close am I
use
to those
that.
two people?
Huh? What was it, Terry?
20.
Yes, I was asking how close I was to those, either of those two people.
The 3 people, like, they're above us.
Oh no, I mean the people that are still trying to stab us.
They're about. Oh boy, they're about 300. Wait, next to you? They're about 15, 20 feet respectively from you.
Got it noted.
So yeah, Kelly, and then of course Terry goes. Guess I missed Terry.
Yeah, you did good. Like, he'll get around to it.
I'll try to stab another one. Hey! Okay, so
Okay, roll.
1d8. Dex. 8 piercing damage.
Okay. You do 8 piercing damage to which one? The one who's fighting the worm, or again?
Let's do Vorums.
Okay.
You just see Jin keep appearing and disappearing.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to keep track again.
Every time he appears, he's in a different spot. It's like, what the?
What the heck?
Yeah.
Is he casting the blink spell? What the heck?
Okay, so with that being said, Terry, what would you like to do?
Just to repeat the question I put down there. How close are the two together? The stabby guys.
They're not together at all. They're good 15 feet apart.
Alright, thank you. I'm just going to let's see, doing some math in my head here. So I'll get in between them, I guess. So
Okay.
neither of them can get away from me without triggering an opportunity of attack.
Okay.
Using their action, so they can't dash at least.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be stabbing the one that looks like he's closer to death's door.
Both are equally the same hit points. That's alright.
I'll just stab the one closer to the one that's closer to squishy characters then.
The one closer to Vorum.
I guess Gen, because Gen has less AC than the Worm.
Same then.
What? I have
7.
less space.
That's a hit. Jesus. Yeah.
And
So then auto crit.
Oh my fucking god. You literally just fucking go through its chest cavity, puncture the heart, and the fucking lance goes for the other side as it just like drops its blade, just kind of collapses.
hey, and, like I look over. A question here: that giant smoking crater is still there, right?
Well, no longer smoking.
I would like to say, like, 1 second. I would like to look up at the guy watching over us. And I point over to the crater and like, if that thing couldn't kill us, what hope do you have? Intimidation check. I still want to try to break his nerve here.
Roll an intimidation check.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say like you're gonna take him and flick him off the lance into the crater.
Oh dang! I mean,
there's not a single skip of a beat from the Red Dragonborn. You might not realize, but you're killing initiatives. What's more, it's the initiatives of sons of daughters that you send their parents to their deaths.
Bold words. It's good. That's my turn, though. There's not much.
Yeah. And you
Heck, does
just
he have a wisdom saving throw, this man?
yeah, as the Red Dragon just looks at the fucking thing that there's one assassin left and just says, "Go take care of the last initiative. I'll come back with something greater."
Can't wait.
As he basically turns around and walks away, and there's one initiative remaining.
The music.
But,
Yeah.
like, do we even have to? Like, as we just, I imagine we just all like walk and circle him. Like, do you really want to?
Are you gonna do that?
I mean, the most intimidating thing as we just all circle him, like each brandishing a weapon.
I mean, Julie, top of the round. Julie's up. What would Julie do?
Which good
When he
did
walks away, does my magic come back?
No.
No.
There's one assassin that has a fucking glaive wound in its fucking side. It's
That's the one I
it's
stabbed.
it's
No, that one died. Never mind.
yeah.
And
He's like gritting his teeth in pain, and he's like Terry. He's like you. He's like a guy in his mid-20s.
like you can give up.
Like,
Right,
like I would say,
I'll walk over to him and I'll point towards the leader walking away. We'll have mercy on you. He won't. Kneel or die.
Roll me a persuasion check.
can I assist and just?
Can I assist?
No, this is only on Julie. There's no. This is
I
combat.
mean, it's
Harry looks
not
at him
like-
like, if you don't, I will.
Jesus. Yeah, it's not like she needs.
You see him gritting his teeth, two blades in hand, hearing your words. He says, he says, "My life is for." As he kind of sees, looks above and just sees that everything above is just empty. He just kind of drops the daggers and just kind of gets on his knees.
He feels something pat his shoulder, like, good boy, good choice.
Good choice. We're gonna make you a pet now.
That was honestly the smartest thing that you could have done today. Stay there.
You just if you if
I would like
anyone's-
I would like everybody roll me a dexterity saving throw. As he takes a breather and you just see like a sudden sizzling sound coming from his mouth as his entire face and skin starts to glow bright red as he
Okay,
screams.
wait, question. I have the reaction here. Can I jump in front of everyone to help? Can I take the brunt of this?
God damn it, Terry! Sure, sure, Terry, sure.
I mean, there's no deck save then. I'm perfectly.
Everybody still rolls at the Texas. Okay, Terry, my boy. Terry, my boy. For fun.
Everyone was rolling something.
Terry, my boy, you suffer 51 points of fire damage as the living corpse implodes and combusts in fire. But with that, the combat is over. As you got yourself 2 pierced corpses, one corpse that is just a mess of gore and blood, and just remnants of ash and burnt pieces, including Terry. Because Terry, get down, Mr. President. But
You just see Terry literally steaming with the hot pressure of whatever that explosion was. And you just see him, like, you see, like, the most pure rage and distaste that you've ever seen in Terry's eye as he looks at this.
Right. You just see Jin reappear, and he's like standing in front of Julie and Callie, like trying to like block them. He's like brushing himself off with like, "Wow, that was interesting, Terry. You want to explain?"
While that's going on, I'm immediately turning around to Callie and checking her, making sure she's okay, patting her down, looking her over.
I have like a giant gash wound.
You good over there, Warren? Check on Warren.
Yeah.
All right, I want to start.
Does our magic come back? Is our magic coming back?
Do we feel?
After a few seconds, your magic is now back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity.
I wanna look at these cloaks that these assassins had and these daggers they had.
Okay, so the daggers begin to rapidly corrode, what's it called? Rust and decay. And the ropes start to slowly but surely start catching fire. With the corpses including. Even the one that was just like torn asunder by some sort of crush spell. Yeah.
Wow. I guess they destroy everything. Wow.
So, Terry, you've seen these individuals before. Well, the dress at least. You remember having a nice dinner with a bunch of people, and half of them immediately drop dead from poison, and the other half, including yourself, get shanked in the back.
Eat.
Callie gets healed fear first. Oh my god.
I gotta shake, and I'm shaking off the shaking off this poison effect. Looking at Terry. So, something else we have to be worried about while we're trying to like stop the world from ending, Terry?
Like you see that like in a moment, he like snaps back reality for a moment there and coughs up some blood.
Earth to meet shield.
He kind of looks at you, and it's kind of a foreign look. Doesn't seem like he's quite himself at the moment.
Right. I mean, when my past comes back to haunt me, I usually get that look. I mean, I'm pretty sure Julie's used to it, like when, her past lovers come, when she runs into them.
So, like, yeah, I want to explain yourself. It has a look. I understand where you're coming from. It's a...
I give him a moment, I'm like, I get it. Past comes back. That's when I go and check the robes and stuff, see, like, this is useless.
The moment, actually, though, let's see.
Yeah.
Go over
and
check.
So the layer is now slowly but surely filling with smoke from the corpses. Not a lot, but still.
I think we're done here. I think we need to go.
To agree more.
Callie, are you alright?
Try the sending spell. Just.
Yeah. What's the
No.
message?
Thank you, Julie.
Oh my god.
We came into some complications, but we've obtained Everything's still safe. We need to transportation out of here though.
Anybody that needs healing, each of you get 14 hit points back.
Great. I'm getting close to the 100 mark again.
How many hit points were you missing, Kelly?
I'm actually
What?
at 100.
How many hit points were you missing?
A lot.
There's
Okay,
we
so
need
yeah,
a number
I'll
here.
dictate one to you then.
I mean, it's
Hold
not a
on.
lot. It's not a lot. It's 44.
I lost
That's a
3
lot.
know.
Oh, that's not a lot.
know.
That's just a scratch. It's just a flesh wound.
If Terry can walk away from death, I don't know. I don't know why you're complaining. About.
Terry gets in front of explosion.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm fine.
You healed me. You healed me to maximum, Julie. So thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the remaining 24 goes to Terry then.
Terry, my boy.
Didn't even get through my temporary hit points.
So,
Alright, 1 second. I need to figure that out.
Okay, so
For the duckling transport.
yeah. He says he'll be in a few minutes, and I think with that, because it's been over 3 hours already,
Yep,
we're gonna call
that's
it.
good.
Yeah.
Didn't even get to go shopping. Sad.
Ah.
I mean, we can do that next time, alright? Assuming we don't run into anybody else's past.
21 sessions. Let's go. Anyway,
I mean,
with that being said and done, you got 10 seconds to say whatever the fuck you want. So go.
I go, Burr.
new relationship. 2 new relationships, possibly.
Where's that coming from?
The bars are gonna fuck.
The
no.
fuck